Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Toon Review for today's Matchday Live. Of course, it is the FA Cup fifth round tie at St James's Park between Newcastle United and Brighton. I am joined by a very different co-commentator today. So looking forward to getting his analysis through the game. We have the man with the stats. It is, of course, Stato. Good afternoon, buddy.
Good afternoon. How are we doing?
We're all right. Now, we will get straight into it, of course. Newcastle United against Brighton. Edward Gaunders sent in an immediate super chat. Thank you very much, Edward. Simply saying, Toon. Well, let's take a look at the lineups, because that's what the most important thing is. This is how Newcastle United line up today. Dubravka makes his return in goal. We have Kieran Trippier, Shea, Joe Linton, Tonali, Gordon, Barnes, Isak, Livramento, Byrne, Miley. We have a bench of Nick Pope, Wilson, Target, Kraft, Asula, Murphy, Willock, Longstaff, and Bruno. So, Alex, plenty changes there. And I get the impression, obviously, Lewis Hall is injured. We know that. He is seeing a specialist. So I don't know whether you take that as a good or a bad thing that he has to see a specialist. I take it not a great thing. But we'll see how that works out in due course, of course. That means Livramento goes to left back, presumably, and Trippier to right back. It's the same two in the middle again, Fabian Schär and Byrne. Bruno rested. I presume he's rested. That means in comes Lewis Miley, of course. Harvey Barnes starts, which I can only see him playing on the right, Alex. So it's an interesting lineup today.
Yeah, I mean, we expected some form of rotation, it being an FA Cup tie.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily all of the changes that have been made, though. I think Martin Dubravka back in goal made sense. It was quite, realistic that he was going to come back into the side. The Lewis Hall injury, it is what it is. At least we've got some competent fullbacks at this level. They should be fine. A little bit disappointed that Fabian Schär has started. I thought this was an opportunity for Emil Kraft to start, but it is what it is. Bruno being dropped, interesting one. A lot of us were saying he probably needed it because he was looking a little bit slow and lethargic. There's been a few mistakes recently from him and Tonali not picking up men properly in defensive runs and in defensive shapes. So maybe not the worst time to do it.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Okay, so
yeah, especially with Joe Linton returning. I don't mind it with Joe Linton returning.
100%. Joe Linton back. So Tonali and Joe Linton are both very physical anyway and very good runners. So I think that gives us the extra legs in order to be able to play Miley. He's got a lot more protection and support with him there. Yeah. Big day for Barnes. Big day for Harvey Barnes, because it's gone from he had a really good start to the season to okay, fine. He's struggling a bit. Now a lot of people are under the impression it's just not working again. So this is a big day for him in the starting lineup to try and not necessarily just get among the goals, but put in a good performance, because there's been a lot of question marks about whether he suits the style of Newcastle United. Yeah. So this is a big day for him.
Indeed. This is how the visitors line up. Brighton, they go with Verbruggen in goal, Lamptey, Webster, João Pedro, Jorginho, Minte, Baliba, Mitoma, Van Heck, Estepinian, and Hinselwood. It's a strong lineup from Brighton, Alex.
It is an extremely strong lineup from Brighton. That's rather terrifying. And there's a lot of youngsters in this side as well. So sometimes they don't turn up. Sometimes when they do, Brighton are absolutely purring. So not sure what we're going to get. Jorginho Rutter, fantastic player. Minte, of course, we knew he was going to play today. Has to be. Baleba is the only person in midfield I've seen really give Bruno G the runaround before. I know obviously Bruno's not playing today, but people are going to have to be mindful of that. And just so many weapons. João Pedro, fantastic player. Mitoma, fantastic attacker. They've got so many dangerous weapons in attack. Competent midfield, experienced backline with Webster as the captain. He's a brilliant passer of the football as well. Lamptey and Estepinian, fantastic fullbacks. It's a good side. It is a good side. So we're going to have to bring our A game if we want to get past Brighton.
Absolutely. It has to be the A game. A few super chats to go through. By the way, guys, do give it a like if you enjoyed today's show. And of course, if you are new to the channel and like what you see, please do subscribe. It is a brilliant community. You do have to be a subscriber, of course, to take part in the chat on Matchday Lives. So thank you and welcome to all our new subscribers. And of course, memberships are available, as are super chats, which will guarantee your comment to be read out live on the show. Lush Chopper says, thank you for your super chat. Love the show, gents. Quite happy with the lineup today, although a bit of a worry not to see Botman at least make the bench. 3-1 today. Dan Madgen, who's been a member for 8 months on the channel, says, we'll be listening to the TTR commentary whilst at Kingston Park watching the lasses. How are the lads and lasses? Yeah, they kick off at 2 o'clock today. Keith Truscott with a super chat. Can Barnes deal with Minte? Going to be a difficult game for him. Well, this is the thing, Alex. He's got to prove himself today. I know, and I don't subscribe to this, he'll be playing on the right and all of this. He's right-footed. He's got no problem playing there, and he should be able to play there.
I don't know who's going to be left and right. I mean,
well, yeah,
I think you've got a shout with that.
Yeah,
but you would think that because Anthony Gordon, I think, has a bit more pace and is a lot younger, and no disrespect to Harvey Barnes. Well, I mean, I think it's fair that he's been a better player in the last couple of seasons. It's easier to maybe move Gordon positionally, but then there's the counter argument that you don't because Gordon's so good, you don't want him out of position. So there's both sides of it to consider, but we'll see.
Trevor Arkle, thank you for your super chat. He says, team selection happy, Bots a major concern, need a statement from the club, buckled or something else from Trevor in Thailand. Jack Bland, a member for 5 months, says, Harry lads, hope you're both well. 2-0 to the Toon today. Shame Hall is injured. I hope he doesn't miss the final. I do wish Kraft had started today. And Stoic Protector, thank you for your super chat, buddy. Big provider of the channel. Good luck to all. Thanks in advance for the commentary, lads. How are the lads? I mean, the thing is, Alex, Minte obviously didn't play in the league game, did he? So this is a big day for him, although he never pulled on the black and white of the first team for Newcastle, of course. But has done really well since going to Brighton, and we'll want to maybe just sort of prove a point a little bit today.
Possibly, yeah. Who knows? We don't know the guy personally, but he was fantastic in the Netherlands. He was when he was out on loan.
Yeah,
there were some moments where he was such an explosive player. He's still at the point where he's very raw. But because he's so quick, he can work a lot of opportunities himself. Yeah, and he is everything. He is everything that Garang Kwal isn't. Essentially, for us, Minte is fantastic.
Well, Garang Kwal's beginning to put a bit of form together, Alex. He's getting rave reviews lately in the last few weeks. So you never know.
That's absolutely. I'm not even willing to entertain that as a no, not a chance. That goes about 1% towards the 100 we need to start talking about Garang Kwal in the same breath. Yankuba Minte played a full season in the Netherlands, competed in the Champions League. He banged in like 15 odd goals, or was it 15 goal contributions? And then he's moved to a Premier League side, is playing regular Premier League minutes. So Garang Kwal is not even in the same conversation, in the same room, on the same continent, I'm afraid. So Minte is a great player, but he is still quite raw. So there is possibly maybe something to exploit. A few people in the chat have already pointed out Estupinian isn't quite what he was a few years ago. And Lamptey, despite being rapid, has got his issues defensively as well. So if we can get our wingers firing and Isak maybe being a bit of a nightmare, we've got J7 and Tonali are a bit faster and tougher. There's things to exploit.
Chippers comes in with a good point with his super chat. I just hope that if Hall's injury isn't bad, he doesn't revert back to Dan Burn at left back when Botman returns. Yeah. That's but Alex, I can understand fans fearing that. That is a possibility. And Mark the Celt has gifted a Toon Review membership as well. Thank you very much for that indeed, Mark the Celt. Much appreciated. Golston Ghost says, Rutter is a right handful, by the way, a better signing than Minte, who has improved massively recently. So that is, of course, a Brighton fan who tends to come into the chat when we play Brighton. So nice to see you again.
I don't know if I'd agree with that. I love Rutter. I thought in Germany was fantastic, but I don't think you can put a stamp on any of those new Brighton signings yet. Minte is young, really young, and very raw. So
week out, mate. He's I mean, we'll see how this game goes, but I think Rutter's a fantastic player, by the way. But I'll probably
all of those new pickups.
Yeah.
Who was the other one? Was it Gruda as well? Brian Gruda. We looked at him in 3 or 4 transfer shows. We thought Gruda was fantastic as well. It's a shame that you guys have got him. You've got in 3 years, this Brighton team is going to be great because you've recruited so well. I'd be shocked if it doesn't develop into a good team.
Absolutely. Keith Truscott with the super chat says, would like to have had Asula out wide, to be honest, more than Barnes. Andrew said, would really have preferred to have Target and Kraft in the back. The lack of pace there is terrifying. Yeah, that's something, Alex, that we are lacking in across the defence. I mean, Tino's got a bit of pace about him, but Trippier, Burn, Share, it's very static if you look for pace. And that way Brighton may look to take advantage of that today.
Yeah, well, I don't think Matt Target's going to make much of a difference in pace. Emil Kraft, yes, I think in a foot race. I mean, we've not really tested this. I feel like he's faster than Fabian Schär. I think most of you would agree. I mean, do you agree, Paul? I think he feels faster.
Yeah.
But obviously Eddie Howe is sticking with Fabian Schär even in a rotation cup game, which I don't know what Fabian's. Maybe his training sessions are fantastic, and I don't know. I really don't know. But Fabian Schär, for me, has been poor for quite a long time this season, and I'm surprised he's still getting a look in as a definite starter. He's got to be close to being dropped, surely.
Yeah.
Unless maybe Emil Kraft is not great in training, or who knows. But he's just had a contract extension as well, so it really is a strange one. There are certain players in an Eddie Howe team where you just feel like they can never be dropped, regardless of how bad their form gets. It's bizarre.
Apparently Eddie's just said that Isak is fully fit, so they've got no injury doubts about Alexander Isak playing this game today. Brian H with the super chat says, nice win today, hopefully. Toon, thank you, Brian. Since Kraft plays right back too, he is likely quicker than Schär. Yeah, many people saying, why don't we put Target in today, who is a natural left back, Alex, instead of playing a right back at left back? I mean, Matt Target has played a couple of games this season that didn't do anything wrong, did he?
He didn't do anything wrong, but Livramento, I would argue, is a lot faster, a lot more stamina, potentially a bit more physical. Still learning the game, but I can see why he's gone with Livramento. Even though Matt Target is a more natural pick for the position, I feel like there are certain things that he doesn't have that Livramento does. But with Livramento's age and inconsistent performance, I say inconsistent, that's a bit harsh, but he's had good games and bad games. We don't know what we're going to get with Tino. Although if he is going to have to go and play out left, I'd just like to see it. You know, I don't mind him passing backwards if he's playing as a left back. I'd rather he kept it safe because he's playing out of position. Let's just be nice and defensively solid and not make any mistakes. You know, we've got plenty of flair up front now. Now Isak is back as well.
Yeah.
There's not quite the onus of Tino to go, and we don't need him to go and be Lewis Hall because he's not that guy. We don't want to force it. I'd just rather he did his main job of being a defender first.
By the way, those of you that were asking, Kieran Trippier has the armband today. Obviously with Bruno being on the bench. Wafty says, I think Trippier is left back because Gordon can do defensive work. If Trips was right back today, Barnes won't get back to help as well. Well, we'll see. We'll see when it kicks off. We'll see how they line up. Stephen says 3-0 Brighton today. Sorry for the negativity, but I just don't trust Eddie Howe with his team selection. Well, I mean, look, Alex, you mentioned that you weren't particularly fussed about this game today. I think that was met with a lot of backlash, to be honest. Because
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm of the completely different opinion to you as well. But I think this is a massive game today, and I think it's a massive game for a lot of Newcastle fans because we can't just rely on one cup final. Say, oh well, we're in one cup final, we need to concentrate on it. I don't necessarily agree with that because I think if we put all our eggs into one basket, we know what happens with Newcastle United. We have an opportunity here, Alex, to get quite far in this tournament because I think the teams that are left in the FA Cup are very much beatable, and we can do a lot, possibly even have better odds of winning this one than we do the Carabao.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so just for people that weren't happy with that, I wouldn't say that is 100% my opinion. I'd say it was more of a spectrum. if you put a gun to my head and I had to pick, our better chance is we've got one game to try and win. Would I like us to progress in the FA Cup? I would. I would love it. I'd love us to try and win this cup as well. I'm just there's a part of me that worries about fixture congestion, and we've got Isak but it was just out. You've got Joe Linton struggled a bit, Botman struggling a bit. Like now, Lewis Hall's out. We didn't sign a new centre half. It's getting a bit bitty now. We've got to go. We've got to keep going all the way through to May. It's not that I don't want to win this game.
I just think we need to start
but
winning, Alex, to get some confidence going in this team because we haven't played well for a good while now.
I think let me change it. I'd prefer. I don't care what this result is. As long as it's no injuries, it's a better performance and it gives us momentum. So obviously a priority would be winning the game, but if we can get out of this game with a positive attitude, good momentum, and no injuries, that'd be great for me. If we can build on something. Not too fussed what the scoreline is. Obviously, a win would be great, but I just think we need to make sure we're pushing for that top 6 or top 5 league position. And people complaining about fixture congestion. Yes, fixture congestion. We have a small squad. Half of our team wear dressing gowns and don't play matches. John Ruddy, Gillespie. We've got so many players that don't play football.
We only play 3 games in March, and then April is stacked. Absolutely stacked in April. Susan's asking if anyone knows how long Toll's out. He's seen a specialist, Susan. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. It is a worry, absolutely, but we don't know. Nick Thornton with the super chat saying our league push and the Champions League places are far more important for this season. We simply don't have the squad to push on 3 fronts. Why not? The one-off games in the cup. They're just one-off games. You never know.
Yeah, but you've got to do more of them.
I understand that, but let's just see. Let's just see how far we can get. These players need to, in my opinion, today need to perform because we haven't seen a performance for a while now. And
I'm just playing devil's advocate. Let's say we get to a semi-final of the FA Cup and get knocked out, but then that is detrimental to our league form and we drop a bit. Is that not bad?
Yeah.
So it depends how we do. But...
Indeed, but I just think this time of the season now we've got to go for it. We have to. I think we more so, Alex. I think you mentioned it before. We need to get the performances going. We need to get the confidence up in the team for not just the cup final, but the running for the rest of the season. We need to start believing again. And I just think a little bit of the belief has dropped out of this side in the last few weeks with the Premier League performances. Not so much the cups. The cups have been fine, but we sort of look at the Premier League and we think, wow, what is going on there? And I just think if they can turn the form around in the cup, have a good game against a very, very, very on-form Brighton, by the way, today. So if we beat Brighton, it'll be a hell of a result, an absolutely hell of a result.
They're a bit wishy-washy with their results. There was that. It wasn't that long ago they lost 7-0 to Forest.
They went on they did have a bad period, but the last 3 games, Alex, they've beaten Chelsea, they've beaten Bournemouth. So they're not
but the games against us as well, they do seem a bit hot and cold, and that is the nature of the squad. They've got a couple aging out. They've got a lot of young players as well. The game when they beat us 1-0, I thought we were considerably the better team. I think they walked away. That was an absolute robbery. That was. I think we got about 2 XG, and they scored because Fabian Schär fell asleep again. So I don't know which kind of Brighton is going to turn up, but I think it's really important. We've got Joe Linton back in this side. We've got some legs, which is definitely necessary against this kind of team. But you never know what kind of Brighton's going to turn up because you wouldn't have expected Forest to turn them over that much. Yeah, we'll see.
Jun says it will be the same as many other teams. Can't use it as an excuse. Not sure what that's about there. Emma says, win or lose, I am going to get the crested tattooed on the back of my shoulder. Get in, Emma. I need to get one done somewhere. I'm running out of space, though. Keith says, FA Cup. I know we won Champions League, but I'd rather win a cup. Europa isn't too bad. We can win that. I think it's
not much then.
It's getting this hoodoo. It's getting this massive hoodoo monkey off our back, so to speak, Alex, for the cups. It really is. I'm sick of being the bridesmaids, man. I'm completely fed up of being the bridesmaids, and I think we need to turn that around, bud.
We do. But I think primarily the Carabao Cup final is the game to do that in, because there's There's this two games, and then the final 3 games of the FA Cup. So there's still a lot of work to do, and then the FA Cup would be much later on in the season.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course I would love all of it. I'd love all of it. So I do want us to keep playing strong teams, but if we get knocked out, silver lining is we've got a couple less games where we can focus on other things. But yeah, of course we want to go through.
By the way, if it is level today, it does go to extra time and penalties. So let's hope it doesn't. We're trying to keep the stress levels down in this household, ladies and gentlemen. So I need to not have penalties today. Are you sticking with your score prediction, Alex?
I can't remember what I predicted.
I think you went 2-1, didn't you?
Yeah, well, now that Isak's playing 100%, I'm a lot more confident because regardless of our performance, Isak is capable of scoring 1 or 2 goals, even if we as a team have a bad day. So that fills me with a lot more confidence that we can win this. So yeah, I'll stay with 2-1.
Interestingly enough, I heard the commentators earlier on the pundits before we went live. They were talking about the distance that the Brighton fans have had to travel. They're talking about like how I think there's only 1,000 of them there today. But it's never that when we travel away, is it? Like when we've got to go to sort of Brighton on a 5:30 Saturday night kickoff and all of this garbage. Nobody ever mentions that, how far it is for us to travel. But everybody coming to St. James's Park has the
the narrative is the Geordies get a day out on the sunny south coast, but when it's the other way around, they had to come the same as
the grim northeast on a Sunday.
Well, it's no surprise, and again, I'll reiterate this again. We love Keith Downey, but Sky putting Miggy in the preview for this game in their graphic is unacceptable. That he's been gone for a couple of months now. He went in the January window, so do better. It's pathetic at this point.
Absolutely. Well, the players are out on the pitch, ladies and gentlemen. So to be honest, it's on ITV, so we won't. There shouldn't be anybody putting spoilers in, because if you're ahead of us, I'll find that very strange. But anyway, let's just get the graphics right here for the kickoff. I'm still going 3-1, Alex. I'm confident we win today. I am. I'm very confident we win today. I think we need to show up. I think that's the big thing. We need to show up. A huge thank you again to channel sponsor Mamaroo Records, of course, based in Whitley Bay for all your music needs, vinyl, CDs, music merch, sport merch, gift cards. They've got it all. So if you're ever around the Whitley Bay town centre area, pop in and see Steve. Tell him you're a TTR custom viewer and he'll do you a fabulous deal. If you can't get into the shop itself, check them out online. That is pinned at the top of the description for this show. Don't forget, please give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying the show. And of course, if you're new and you like what you see and you hear, please do subscribe. It is free to do so. We are very much a rising channel, a fantastic community of subscribers. So please hit the subscribe button. It's free to do so. But don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload or a live show on the channel. Don't forget, memberships are available. We got more member giveaways coming up very soon. And of course, super chats. That will get your comment guaranteed to be read out like Keith has just done. We want to move the club forward. Then we need to win and stop being a so-called near but so far club. 2-0 the Toon Keith is going for today. Right now, I'm going to pop you there, Alex, just like that, so people can still see the big screen as well. So there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. So those of you that don't know, Newcastle United lineup: Dubravka, Trippier, Cher, Byrne, Livramento, Miley, Tonali, Joe Linton, Barnes, Isak, and Gordon. No Lewis Hall. He is injured and currently about to see a specialist regarding the injury. But obviously we won't know much more about that, Alex, until he's seen him. Brighton lines up Verbruggen, Lamptey, Van Heck, Webster, Estepinian, Baliba, Henselwood, Minte, Rutter, Matoma, and João Pedro. So João Pedro, Alex, almost signed for us, of course, way back when. It was a here we go from Fabrizio, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, one of Fabrizio Romano's big errors. because he got in the nose at Watford, hadn't he? With friends with the owners, I think.
Absolutely.
It didn't happen. So still a great player, and we'll have to just contain him.
Yep. Anthony Taylor is the referee today. Let's see what kind of controversy he brings to the game.
Hopefully none.
Very ready for kickoff. Hinselwood will take the kickoff to Brighton. So Trippier comes back in and gets the captaincy and wins the toss. Unbelievable. But we are underway on Matchday Live on the Toon Review. Newcastle United, Brighton Hove Albion. This is it. Here we go. And immediately Brighton try and get on the attack there, but a good header from Dan Burn. It's now with Trippier playing it down the line. Not a great ball from Trips, though, and it runs all the way back to Verbruggen in goal. Brighton will start again. Long ball forward, searching for Matoma on the left. Finds Matoma. Brilliant first touch, that. Trippier's on him, though. Very tricky player, Matoma. Was Brighton in with an opportunity here. Pedro puts it across, and Burn has to hook it away right-footed. A bit of a dangerous cross coming in there immediately from Brighton, but great work from Matoma on the left. And now here's Lamptey. Good work by Anthony Gordon there. By the way, Anthony Gordon has started on the left, Alex.
Yeah, as predicted by a lot of people. Anthony Gordon on the left, Barnes on the right, already having to do some defensive work with Trippier. Bit naive from Barnes and Miley there, not understanding that pass was on.
It's back with Dubravka, calmly back to Burn, but good closing down by João Pedro. No, that's not João Pedro. Who is that? Can't see. I think it might be Rutter, actually. Yes, it is. My eyes were deceiving me for a moment there. Oh. Let's just watch Alex closely watching the game there.
Oh, thank you. Hi, guys. I was watching Joe Linton actually try and win a duel in midfield. We've not had that for a while.
Good work by Gordon to win the ball back, battling with Minte there. Now Livramento. Joe Linton knocks it to Tonali. Tonali just settles things down, rolls it across to Fabian Schär. Schär to Miley. And now Tonali. Not really going anywhere at the minute. Tonali playing in just outside the penalty area. Burn. Quick ball up to Livramento, who cuts inside. Nicely into Joe Linton. And on now, that's a good ball. And this is a good break from Harvey Barnes. Barnes does well, gets it to Livramento. Now Anthony Gordon. Newcastle looking sharp here into the box again for Harvey Barnes. Great run by Barnes. Turns back onto his right. Clips it across for Isak. It's blocked on the line. And then he hooks a left foot shot over the bar. But very, very promising attack from Newcastle United there. I don't know if the original header from Isak was dropping in the back of the net. But great work from Harvey Barnes, linking up well with Gordon. Very unlucky, Alex. Very unlucky.
Yeah, fantastic attack. Well engineered. You got Livramento going inside as an inverted fullback. Harvey Barnes pulled off his right wing, came central, and there was an overload. Brighton didn't know who to pick up. And Isak, he's got to put that in the back of the net.
Yeah. I think he's disappointed there because he should have. I mean, the second opportunity definitely should have put that in.
Clever from Harvey Barnes there. That was good.
Certainly was, yeah. Good link up with Gordon as well. Nice to see. As Brighton come back down the other end. Long ball forward looking for Rutter. Livramento has done well. Done very well, in fact. And sees, well, that's not Rutter. Who's 17? It's Minte, of course. Minte, he seems to have bulked up, Minte, Alex.
He does indeed. He's quick. And that is Exhibit A, why Matt Targett is not starting. And it is Tino, because Tino wins that race.
Yeah. That was good strength by Tino as well, because Minte was all over him there, but he stayed calm. And out it goes. Long ball from Dubravka, flicked on by Trippier. Trippier again. And this time, Brighton. Well, Brighton very carelessly heading it away there. That looked like a foul on Tonali. And Anthony Taylor very late in blowing. Brighton was away down the other end of the field, Alex, and then he pulls it back. That's a late call.
Yeah, there's no need to do that. I know. Yeah, he's got his little smile and swag. We don't want to don't want an ego performance.
I don't actually think that was a foul, Alex. Rutter took the ball.
No, I think he got the studs into the
but
down the back of Tonali's heel. That's a foul.
You know what? Yeah, but Rutner can't help those studs being there after he's knocked the ball past Tonali. But anyway, I don't care. It's a free kick to us. We've got a good opportunity here to send one to the old. I mean, this is going to be the same old, same old. It's going to be a ball to the edge of the area by the looks of things. Looking for Burn and Share for the little flick on.
More height back in the team now with Joe Linton, so
definitely. It will be Trippier. I want to see Tonali on set pieces, you know, Alex. I really don't understand. And it comes. It is towards... And immediately the referee blows his whistle for a free kick to Brighton. I think there's a Brighton player down. Looks a bit spaced out there. Is it Van Heck down there?
He did this last time as well.
I mean, there's definitely pushing and pulling.
To be fair, they've both got shirts, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Van Heck. It was off the camera.
Van Heck just fell over for no reason.
Just fell over, yeah. Long ball again from Brighton, but this time it comes all the way through to Martin Dubravka. Takes his time.
Come on, Dubs, get off your line, mate.
Yeah, he's there, man. He's there in plenty time. And a good throw out to Trippier. Trippier inside for Miley. Miley then first time down the line looking for either Barnes or Isak. It doesn't find either. And Brighton now come back in on the attack. This is dangerous. It's Pedro into the box. Skips around Dan Burn, but he did well. Pedro's looking for the penalty. You're not going to get that, sunshine. That's pathetic. He's went rolling around, Alex, and then realised nothing was given, and suddenly he's back on his feet.
Well, prior to that, absolutely shocking from Fabian Schär to leave his centre-half position when there's two Brighton players, an easy 1-2 round him, and all of a sudden explode into the space. Shocking from Fabian Schär 6 minutes in. It's a naive decision to go forward, and he makes Dan Burn have to make a challenge like that, which is risky. So shocking from Schär yet again.
But I think there's nothing Dan Burn could have done about it. He just held his ground, Alex.
Yeah, he's got to do something. He's just got to be careful. It's his partner that's sold him there.
Well, this isn't good. Kieran Trippier's down here, holding his right ankle.
Oh,
God. Not sure what's going on there. Looks in a bit of distress. He's back on his feet. Brighton are furious. They think they should have had a penalty, Alex. I'm not so sure Burn can do anything about that. I mean, he turns to go for the ball and Pedro runs into him. I'm not sure anything was there.
Yeah, it looked fairly 50-50 in that. It doesn't look super obvious that it's a pen or anything.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. I think it probably would have winded João Pedro, but certainly not to the extent that he went rolling around for. As that's a terrible back pass, and Newcastle win a corner. It's an awful back pass, and Verbruggen, I think Verbruggen, that looked like it was out.
Was that not Webster? He's complaining
about
no
Webster with a back pass, but Verbruggen came running out. I think Webster's back pass is poor. Did this go out? Oh, it's miles out. It's a corner.
Yeah, he's complaining he didn't get a shout, but I don't know who he wants a shout from.
Yeah, I mean, it was a simple back pass to Verbruggen. He just got it all wrong, didn't he? Completely wrong. But this is an opportunity now. Let's see how we can do for corner. Trippier floats it in. Edge of the 6-yard box. Nobody wins it, apart from a yellow shirt. Trinali heads it on. Trippier now in a battle with Estepinian. Estepinian taking a big risk here, running across his own box, but does very well in the end. And sets Brighton out on the attack. Minte now bursts forward. He's got Lamptey ahead of him. Minte cuts inside, gets around Schär far too easily there. Schär very static. And now Lamptey on the right-hand side. In comes the cross. And it's cleared away eventually by Tonali. But again, Fabian Schär, just let Mint. So easy, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was umming and ahhing whether to bring him down or not. I'm glad he didn't. We don't want to book him this early. But he had the opportunity to try and make the tackle. It was poor.
But anyway, at the other end, Barnes bringing it forward, tries to clip it in for Isak. It's a poor ball. Barnes will get it back, though. Takes it down nicely out of the air. Has Trippier in support. Back to Tonali now. And we're going a bit backwards all of a sudden. Fabian Schär, back to Tonali. Looking for runners ahead of him. Miley. He has Trippier outside of him. Trippier inside now to Isak, who's come deeper for the ball. Isak. Barnes, and Isak was looking for a 1-2, but it looked like he was blocked off there. But Anthony Taylor says nothing of it.
Holding his shirt there, that's poor. I think Brighton were lucky in the previous passage of play as well. I think Estepinian had Trippier in a headlock, and Trippier just got on with it, so nothing was given. But
here, Alex, a lot of players he's that one again with Fabian Schär. Watch this. I mean, just goes past him, and Fabian Schär doesn't exactly sprint back.
shadow tackle. He had the opportunity to
Jeez.
go 50-50 then with him, with shoulder to shoulder on.
He didn't want to. He didn't want
Minter's
to.
left-hand side, and he went behind for some reason. Maybe just trying to clip his heels and draw a foul, but and cause a foul.
Lamptey now trying to cut inside of Gordon. Gordon wins it back really well with the help of Joe Linton. Now Miley, lovely little ball back to Gordon, just slightly too much on it though. And Brighton now come back with Matoma. Matoma inside of Trippier there. Outside now to, this is an opportunity, and cleared away. I think Fabian Schär got his foot to that and clears it away. They look quick on the break though, Brighton do, Alex.
Yeah, we need to stop following the ball and just following. We just need to be getting back properly, because following the ball, you get pulled left, right, and it's not the way to do it at all.
Van Heck now for Brighton has to turn and go all the way back to Verbruggen. Closed down by Isak. Long ball forward from the Brighton keeper is not a good kick at all. Straight out of play. Are you Nick Pope in disguise?
Yeah, really poor from the Brighton goalkeeper so far.
Yeah, he's done that a couple of times, hasn't he? Dubravka now lays it up to Schär. Schär brings it forward. Little ball into Miley. Miley turns. Barnes. Miley back to Fabian Schär. Inside to Tonali. Burn. Good bit of passing this by Newcastle. And away comes to Livramento down the left. Now Gordon. Inside to Joe Linton. This is good stuff. Back to Gordon. Plays it on again to Livramento. Gordon wants it back. This is good stuff from Newcastle, but there's an offside flag gone up, I think, against Livramento. That's a shame, that, Alex, because that was a promising build-up there.
Yeah, I mean, it's what happens when Luke Shaw's got the offside flag, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I think that
he was offside.
I think it's because they're all on the line. He can see it is off, so yeah. Fair enough.
Of course, the new offside system has been implemented today. Haven't had to see it yet, of course, but it is available should they need it. Now Verbruggen will take this free kick for Brighton. Again, long looking for Pedro, but it just drifts straight to Dubravka. Certainly hasn't got his kicking into gear yet, Verbruggen, for Brighton, Alex. It's been poor.
Well, we'll take it. We'll certainly
Absolutely
take it. I think we maybe need to pressure him a bit, get some early shots if possible, because he doesn't look very, very confident so far.
Yeah, Jorginho pressing there. Rutter, sorry, and the Burn apologises. But it's a throw to Newcastle, which Livramento will take just level with the penalty area. Got to be careful here. We switch on because we've given silly goals away from our defensive throw-ins quite a few times this season, but Joe Linton does really well. And a lovely ball out to the right-hand side for Kieran Trippier to bring the ball forward. Great work by Joe Linton, putting that into a lot of space there. Now Tonali has space to bring it forward. And he clips a diagonal ball. Too much pace on that for Anthony Gordon, and it drifts out for a throw.
You're not wrong about Minte's strength, are you? When he received that throw in there, Joe Linton, it was Minte on him, and he had to be very careful not to lose the ball.
I mean, Joe Linton's literally hugging Belieber there. Van Heck now.
Friendly.
Indeed. Van Heck clips the ball forward. Pedro heads it on. Flicked on again, looking for Rutter. Minte getting up well there. And I throw it to Brighton.
I didn't want that then, Fabian, no? What
Clearly not. And a bit of shithousery from Jason Tyndall there. Looked like he was going to pass the ball back to Lamptey and then just let it run under his foot. That was... Belieber now for Brighton. Back to Lamptey. And Van Heck in a bit of space to bring it out for Brighton again. Short ball into Matoma. Nice stuff that by Brighton again. Belieber and Lamptey now. Lamptey will bring it forward. Minte running at Livramento. Livramento does really well. Takes the ball and bursts forward. Great stuff by Livramento again. He's going forward, but just too many. Too many again. He tries to take too many on at times. He did really well, but didn't release the ball. And Matoma picks it up for Brighton now. Good tackle up by Tino, though, Alex.
Yeah, it was brilliant from Tino, but Gordon had just stayed back to occupy the position, and he needed to go central, or he needed somebody to help him. He was never going to get through all of those.
And Van Heck currently has it just on the halfway line for Brighton. Ball through, cleared away. But Newcastle again, looking at 6s and 7s at the back.
Too easy.
And the ball played through, runs out for a goal kick from Rutter. But again, Fabian Schär came right out there, Alex, got nowhere near the ball.
It was too easy.
Way
It's
out
just
of
a
position.
singular pass through the middle, and then Fabian trying to challenge for that.
Gordon tries to get past Lamptey, but Lamptey denies him. It's not the greatest throw from Gordon. Almost put Joe Linton under pressure. Now it's back with Dubravka, but that's better. Oh, no, it's not. Joe Linton, that's a shocker. And Matoma, can the Brighton take advantage here? It's a shot from Believer, but it's blocked. A shocking pass from Joe Linton. But now we get a breakaway down the left now with Gordon. Gordon running at Lamptey. He's only got Isak up ahead of him at the minute. Here is Isak. Turns and shoots. It's a weak shot straight into Rutter. And I don't think Anthony Gordon was too happy that he didn't get the ball back there. But what was that from Joe Linton, Alex?
Oh, well, that's his one freebie he gets from having been out injured. We don't want to see that again, Big Joe. That was really poor.
I mean, we to be fair, we defended well there once the pass was made. But dear me.
Yeah, nice to see Tonali and Joe in the right places to try and stop it. But ideally, we don't want to be just putting ourselves in that situation to begin with.
Damn right. Estepinian now for Brighton. And this time, Schär does step up and take the ball. That's more like the old Schär, but that's more like the new Schär. Terrible ball. Absolute shocker for Isak, and he's got no chance of getting that. So he does one thing right, and then the next minute he does the normal. Estepinian now on the far side. A little bit of space to run into for the Brighton fullback here. But he doesn't exactly burst of pace forward. Plays it back now. Webster to Van Heck. Back to Webster. And now Estepinian. Keith Truscott with a super chat. Brighton are looking more comfortable than us being at home. I think it's just, there hasn't been a lot of opportunities certainly yet. Isak had a great one for Newcastle. Couldn't convert on the rebound either, but it still remains 0-0. Matchday live, FA Cup 5th round on the Toon Review. As Brighton tried to play some little intricate passes in the midfield, but now Lamptey's got away down the right-hand side. Lamptey turns, men are up with him, but it's not a great ball by Lamptey. Tonali comes back brilliantly to win the ball. And now Dubravka has to be quick here and just does the sensible thing. Livramento put him in a lot of problems there, but Dubravka just says, well, what choice did you give us there? He clears it into the stands.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
It was a shocker from Tino. But Alex, that's what I want to see. If there's no pass on for Dubravka like that, he's got to clear it.
Yeah, let's just get rid. I mean, the defensive moment was really good as well. Everybody was paying attention. Tonali was back. Livramento was back. Gordon was covering the spare man. Barnes and Miley communicating really well on that other side as well, keeping an eye on Mitoma drifting centrally. People are concentrating. We like to see it.
Yeah, well, we are concentrating, but we've given the ball away very cheaply again here. And Brighton with a bit of possession. Estepinian. There's a couple of shocking clearances from Livramento, by the way, Alex, while we were talking there. Terrible header.
Yeah,
he just sliced the ball in the air.
Is good. Yeah, we can't get out. That first and second ball to try and either retain possession, break the press, or get on the counter, it's just not been there. So it's all well and good having good defensive shape, but if you can't get out, you can't get out.
Trolls with a super chat. Schär is like a boat with holes in them. Can be used, but not recommended. Pfft, dear me. Van Heck now to Lamptey. And that looked like a handball by Joe Linton, and indeed it was. Careful, Joe. Don't be kicking the ball away. Keep calm. Don't want no silly yellow cards for stupid things like that. Long ball again. Burn deals with Pedro, but it comes to Minte, who holds off Livramento. Lovely back heel to Mitoma. Back to Pedro now on the edge of the box. Pedro inside looking for the left foot. A good block by Miley. Comes back to Believer, but he wanted far too much time there. And we win the ball back. Gordon is taken out by Lamptey. Free kick to Newcastle.
Good from Gordon. We needed a bit of time there. All from a goal kick. We need to be doing better with that.
Just carelessly losing the ball. Here's Barnes now. Cuts inside of Estepinian. Barnes. Trippier is the runner. Still Barnes. Miley now. Back to Tonali. Out wide to Trippier. Good opportunity to get the ball in here for Trippier. In it comes. Looking for Gordon. Nowhere near it. And Minte clears the ball. I mean, Isak's got to try and make himself better available there. Trippier put his hands up as if to say, well, I've got a ball and a wonderful chance to cross it here. Let's get in positions. Barnes rolls it back to Fabian Schär on the halfway line. Trippier. Miley. Nothing on, so it goes back to Trippier and back to Fabian Schär. Way deep in his own half now. Spins and turns to Byrne. Byrne, Livramento, inside to Joe Linton. Nice bit of football that from Newcastle. Back to Livramento. He's got Gordon now to the left. Here is Anthony Gordon heading towards the penalty area. Inside for Isak. Lays it back for Joe Linton. Back inside for Isak. Back to Joe Linton. And now Livramento. Oh, that's a penalty, referee! Come on! That's a penalty. Indeed, it is. That was a terrible tackle by, I think it's Minte, giving the penalty away very late on Livramento. Anthony Gordon waited until he saw Anthony Taylor, the referee. Look at this. I mean, how late do you want to be, Minte, son?
Stonewall. Yeah, he's
Terrible
messed up there. Minte has right into the heels of Livramento as the ball's already gone. Stonewall. Really good build-up from us as well. Nice and patient, trying to work the opportunity. That was better.
Indeed. And I'll tell you something, Alice. It was good refereeing from Anthony Taylor because he tried to see if Gordon had an advantage. And once he realised that there wasn't, then he blew the whistle for the penalty. So good refereeing for once. And a Stonewaller penalty. There's no doubt about Minte cannot complain with that. He was so late.
We've got to score it first. So I wouldn't get too disappointed yet, Yankuba, but...
Well, Isak has another opportunity to put one in the back of the net again. Let's hope he's a bit more clinical than he was against Forest House with a little chip. I worried about that one, but hey-ho, he hit the back of the net anyway. And this is an opportunity now to take the lead. Just when Brighton were asking a few questions, this would be a perfect time to score. Terrible tackle by Minte. It's Alexander Isak. Up he steps and absolutely smashes it into the back of the net. That is a wonderful penalty kick from Isak. An absolutely clinical finish. And Newcastle United take the lead in the FA Cup 5th round. And is Granny going to Wembley again? It's 1-0 to the Toon. That's how you hit a penalty kick, Alex.
Absolutely fantastic. I'd say nearly top bins.
Yeah.
It was it was a side-footed shot as well. To get that much power on it, side-footed is fantastic. Goalkeeper was getting nowhere near that.
Nah.
Fantastic penalty. Minte, the camera pans to him afterwards. Very disappointed that this is his first return to St. James's Park.
Yeah,
but it's 1-0. We'll take it.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully that settles us down a bit more. Absolutely clinical from the spot there was Mr. Isak. Beautiful finish. Beautiful finish. No spoilers in that. I don't know how there could be any spoilers because I'm watching it on ITV live. I don't know how anybody else can be ahead of me, to be honest. But there you go. Lamptey with a long ball now forward, looking for Matoma. Trippier is there and clears for Newcastle. Bounces to Webster, and he gets in a bit of a pickle there. I'm not sure that was a free kick, but Brighton have took it quickly anyway.
Got the ball.
Yeah, long ball out to this near side again. Minte, who will be desperate now to make up for that. Running at Livramento gets no joy out of him at all. And he looks very raw, Minte, I have to say, Alex. I mean, so far from what I've seen, but that's a good ball from Barnes. And now Isak at full stride, bursting down the right-hand side, cuts inside, tries to play it back to Barnes. And Estepinian does well to intercept the ball and plays it out to Lamptey. Not the greatest ball, that for Isak. I don't think he gave Barnes much of a chance there, Alex.
I mean, it was very good from Barnes to start the move, to want to get on the end of it. I think Barnes has been brilliant for the first 24 minutes. It's one of his best performances so far in terms of general gameplay. He's been involved in every part of the attack whenever we've been able to get forward. Him and Tino, I think, much improved. And Tino's on the left as well. So, yeah, very good so far.
Well, let's see how Brighton respond. Webster, long ball, immediately looking for João Pedro and finds him. Again, a ball over Sher's head. Byrne has come across, though, and Byrne blocks it. Corner to Brighton. Good work from Dan Byrne again, Alex.
Why have we overcommitted so much that we've got a 1v1 with the centre-half like that?
No
That is not...
No
that
idea.
is ridiculous.
Yep, I'd agree.
It was good work from Dan Byrne, but we should not be in a position where João Pedro gets a free run at Dan Byrne off a goal kick. That's not... We can't let that happen. That's nonsense.
Well, Estepinion's going to take the corner for Brighton. It's going to be a left-footed out-swinging corner. Lots of jostling in the box. Flicked on by Pedro. Doesn't really get a good connection. Byrne is there. Not a great one. Pedro back across. And there is Martin Dubravka to catch the ball. He's looked pretty assured of himself today, has Dubravka, Alex, despite the missing the last 2 games.
I like his attitude as well. I liked him calling people out when they were, we need that.
And that said, goalkeeper. Now to Livramento. Back to Dan Byrne. In our own penalty area. Byrne goes right-footed cross-field. Isak won the header, but heads it... Well, he's offside. So another free kick to Brighton.
Really hard to get out of Brighton's press.
Yeah, they are pressing very high. And we're having to go for long balls, which means we're having to rely on Isak to... I mean, he's not the greatest at winning aerial duels from goal kicks, is he? So,
well, I think not having Lewis Hall is a big thing because him and Bruno normally get us out of pressing traps, and we can play out from that. But Bruno and Tino, different players.
Indeed, and the ball is back with Verbruggen in the Brighton goal. Just over 26 minutes gone. Newcastle lead by 1-0. Isak from the penalty spot. And now Brighton try and bring it forward again. That's again, they're looking for that run all the time between Fabian Schär and Kieran Trippier. This time we are more switched onto it to block the pass. Trippier clips it into Tonali. Tonali that's a poor ball again from Tonali, but then makes up for it with a brilliant interception. And now Barnes, yellow shirts of Brighton all over him. Trippier now plays it forward to Isak. Isak's first touch, not great. Second touch, fantastic. Brilliant bit of skill. And then Joe Linton helps it on brilliantly to Gordon. Fabulous little bit of football from Newcastle. Gordon now cuts inside. He's got men ahead of him. Gordon with a right foot shot. And he's comfortable for the keeper, Alex. But great bit of play. Great bit of build-up play from Newcastle.
Yeah, that was magical from Alexander Isak. Playing, just kicks it away from 3 Brighton shirts. Yeah, when he's on it, he is on it. Good to test the goalkeeper, but we'd like to see, we've had a few hit from 25 now. We either play somebody on who's in a better position, or we really need to hit them better to try and force a corner or something.
Mind you, we did make a point of the Liverpool game saying, why aren't we shooting? And we're certainly shooting today.
We are, but I think there's a balance.
I'm not sure the shot was on there. I think he had Miley and Trippier on his right-hand side there, which...
Yeah, to score from that, you've got to hit that sweet as an absolute nut top bins, and even then, it needs to be more powerful than that.
Joe Linton now. Nice little turn. He's wrestled to the floor. No foul. What? How on earth was that not a foul?
Baleba, he's a handful.
Well, yeah, but he's a handful, all right, but he had a handful of Joe Linton throwing him to the floor. Strange decision, but play goes on. And Matoma picks up a little bit of space here. On to João Pedro. Nutmegs Trippier, but just got a deflection off Trippier. Burns got to be careful here. And but he hasn't put it into the stands. He's given it to Estepinion. In come Brighton again. Long ball towards Minte at the far post. Livramento gets a header on that. Minte beats Gordon to it. Lamptey now. Gordon's got the pace on him, though. Gordon's done brilliantly. And then he's hauled down by Lamptey. That's got to be a yellow card. Indeed it is.
That's a card.
He can't complain about that, Lamptey. Absolutely not a chance. Brilliant from Anthony Gordon, Stato.
Yeah, fantastic energy and determination. He did not want to lose that battle. He knew if he could get free, it was on. I've got a hot take for you there, Paul, on the opposite side. Lewis Miley's not been able to prevent any service into Mitoma. Every single time they've tried to find Mitoma, Miley's just getting passed round. It's very ineffective at the moment, the off-the-ball stuff with Lewis Miley.
Yep. It's too easy for Minte to pick Mitoma just up. He's picking that ball up in a little bit of space between the midfield and the defence, isn't he? Which is causing a few problems.
Got to block that passing lane, though. It's his job.
Yeah. Anyway, Dubravka's going to take this free kick just before the halfway line for Newcastle. Lamptey was booked for that challenge on Anthony Gordon. Trippier now clips it forward, looking for Dan Burn. It comes to Isak. Isak, lovely little nutmeg. And Isak's trying to get through about 9 Brighton players there. And there must have been a foul in there somewhere, but the referee says no. And Brighton now bring it forward. Pedro. And he's well shepherded this time by Miley. Good pressing this from Newcastle, but that's great play. And Brighton break now. Estepinian. Miley brings him down, but Brighton have the ball. Play goes on. There's certainly
we had no Dan Burn there, so we had to be careful.
Yep, here's Lamptey. And now Minte running at Livramento again. Lamptey's made the overlap. Lamptey pulls it back. Tonali's there. Corner for Brighton. Tonali doing his job very well there, Alex.
Yeah, it was Tonali reading the situation very well. But I mean, a big round of applause for Dan Burn for understanding the situation, that he was well out of position high up the pitch.
Yep.
And even then, in that highlight, he's tracking his man as he should be. So crazy amounts of running from Dan Burn there to try and not have that counter be damaging for us.
It's going to be Minte with the corner. Eventually, when Anthony Taylor calms everything down, the jostling that's going on in the box, it's Joe Linton again and Van Heck. Tonali telling him to shut up and get on with it. So it's Trippier. Minte with the corner. Right at the back post. Headed, comes in, and I think it was Webster that got a header on it, but it flies over the bar. So no problem there. And I believe the ladies' team are winning 1-0 as well. Bethel Umsden with the goal. He was never putting that on target. That Bernard shepherded him quite well there. But look at Isak. The skill on this man. Little nutmeg there on Baliba. Absolutely superb. And surely that's a foul, Alex. I mean, I don't know about you, but since when are we playing rugby here?
Yeah, I don't know how that's not a foul on Isak, because he's got his hands on him centrally and pushing. Like, he's weird.
Oh, Isak's in here. Oh, what a finish from Isak. And is he offside? I think he is. Oh, is the flag still? I'm not sure.
You don't know with that.
No.
Luke Shaw's
we'll see it again. Let's have a look again. Is he off? Yes. It's clear he's miles offside. Just barred the pass too long. I mean, it's a beautiful finish from Isak, but my God, Harvey Barnes just delayed the pass too long there.
Lucky from Brighton for Brighton there, because that was a fantastic attack.
Yeah,
really good from Barnes again, but he just delayed it a little bit too much.
Yeah. Apparently, the women's game is 2-1 now, winning. So goals flying in a Kingston Park, as they would have been here. But unfortunately, Isak was offside. I mean, it was clear as day as well. It was a good call by the linesman. Joe Linton.
I love having a fullback who can win headers.
Yeah, it's nice. Isak can't keep that in play, though, for a throw into Brighton.
God, Luke Shaw, put that flag down, boy, honestly.
Well, we can say put the flag down, but it was offside. But it just, I mean,
he flagged again for it going out there as well. He's just annoying.
Twice Barnes went to pass that ball into Isak, but he just, yeah, good. It was a good move though. Just unlucky, one of those unlucky ones. And again, ball over the top. Brighton dangerous. A terrible clearance from Burn this time. Now Pedro, Matoma. And luckily for us, we've had to force Brighton all the way back into their own half. Van Heck has to go and get it, then they'll have to regroup again.
Poor decision from Fabian Schär to come out there. I feel like that's the trigger. Like, as soon as Fabian Schär steps forward, quickly play a 1-2 as fast as you can.
Yeah,
it's got to be the 4th time Brighton have tried this now, and we're not seemingly switching onto it.
Well, I think Fabian Schär, he's stepping up a lot to read the play, but it's only once he's actually won the ball. And here's Matoma again, coming forward. Little ball on now to Lamptey. Lamptey towards the penalty box. Gordon came back, but Lamptey overstepped him. And Dubravka comes out and claims that brilliantly and gets on with it exceptionally quickly. Isak, who spins away, and that's a terrible foul. Webster, I think, is now going to go into the book as well. Brilliant turn. Brilliant turn by Isak. Completely done him. And he was away. Look at this, Alex. Through the legs.
Oh, he's reverse nutmegged him
He's
somehow. I don't know how he's managed that.
Fabulous
Fantastic
bit
from
of play.
Alexander Isak.
But a painful one for the Swede, but he's up again. And
before that counter, Paul, again, Lewis Miley just played straight through between him and Tonali.
They need to get that. They need to get that.
Lewis Miley is just watching this game at the moment. He's not part of any of it.
I mean, it was a brilliant finish that by Isak. Yeah, just offside, mate. Just offside. Free kick taken long. Here's Miley. Back to Tonali. And now Trippier. Trippier decides to go left now. Barnes shares touch is horrific for Gordon and gives it straight to Minte. Now Minte gets the pace going and good work by Anthony Gordon, but he was pulled back by Joe Linton, who is booked for that. He did pull the shirt, Alex. I think we saw quite clearly there. And Joe's complaining about it, but he did pull him back. Look at this.
I mean, if he's pulled him on a break like that, yeah, I mean that
you're always going to get a yellow.
Taylor's given a yellow card to Webster for like the first challenge. You know, it's consistent, I guess. Is it harsh? Yes, but it's consistent with the Webster booking.
But you pull a shirt like that on a break, you're going to get a booking in any game.
No, it's fair. All we ask for is consistency, and so far,
yeah.
Anthony Taylor has been consistent today. So as long as this keeps going,
indeed. And now Estepinian on the far side for Brighton.
Well, a good point from Chippers. It was Fabian Schär's fault.
It was a terrible pass. Tried to play it down for Gordon, but he was nowhere near finding Gordon. In comes the cross again, and there is Dubravka again. Brilliant goalkeeping, Alex.
Yeah. It's
and
almost
he
as
sets
if
us
he's
away on the break.
in better form than Pope.
Yeah, well, strange that, isn't it? And Brighton get a throw. Livramento just overrunning it again. Dear.
Well, two easy halftime changes is Fabian and Miley need to come off for me for Bruno and Schär, but it's not going to happen.
Well, no, but I would rather Bruno didn't have to come on, to be honest. If I'm openly honest with you, Alex, I don't really want to see Bruno. Just give him a game's rest. Give him a good rest.
Oh.
But I think it's not so much. I think it just needs Miley needs to be told and get that gap closed.
Stuff,
yeah, long ball again. Byrne is there for the header for Newcastle. Trippier, Miley now brings it down, plays it on, looking for Barnes. Not a great ball. Barnes tried to close down Webster and did so, but now Brighton have it back again. Estepinian on the far side. Good defending by Kieran Trippier. And a good ball to Barnes. Barnes, though, can't get round his man, and Brighton have the ball back. Belieber now to Webster. Coming up to 38 minutes gone in the FA Cup 5th round. It is Newcastle United leading by a goal to nil through Alexander Isak's penalty. Won by Livramento and caught very late by Minte. That's a heavy touch, but again, we just can't get the ball. Brighton with Webster bringing it forward again. Estepinian. That's a poor ball. We win it back. And Joe Linton sends it wide for Gordon again, who was full of running this afternoon. Coming down the left-hand side. And then nips it over to Miley. Miley's got Trippier, but Miley couldn't take the pass. And the move dies. Miley's not having a great game today, I have to say.
Well, I think that first pass was overhit. I'm not going to put that all on Miley.
A little bit, yeah, maybe. Van Heck now. And to Minte. Doesn't want to have a run at Gordon or Livramento. Back to Van Heck. Belieber. Men forward for Brighton. Just looking for the right one across to Webster, who can bring it forward into space. Barnes, you've got to close down that space a bit quicker there. Matoma. Estepinian to his left. Matoma goes back to Webster.
It's too easy for Matoma at the moment.
Yeah, there's a big gap there. Van Heck now. Out to the left-hand side. It's way overhit for Matoma, and he's furious about that because he did all the hard work, creating all the space, and then Belieber hits a pass like that. Wow. Absolutely terrible.
We'll take it. But we're seemingly allowing them to just play in front of the two banks of four, which I'm not enjoying, because they're not allowing us any such pleasures. We're having to really work for our space in front of their goal. There's a couple of there's 50-50 in the chat about Harvey Barnes as well.
Yeah.
You know, defensively against Mitoma, it's not been great, but mostly he's been really good this game. I don't know what game some people are watching. We wouldn't be winning without Barnes, I don't think.
He's had some very good attacking moments, as again, Cher clears it straight to Mitoma, who goes flying down under the challenge of Trippier. I think Trippier's too happy with the exuberant fall to the floor from Mitoma there. Didn't get a free kick. Webster now. Mitoma keeps that in play, but we win the ball back with Miley. Good ball inside for Joe Linton. Turns away from Belieber. Nice ball out to Gordon. Gordon has Livramento ahead of him. Here is Livramento. And Minte comes back and actual goal kick. Minte tells Livramento to get up. I'm not sure that was a goal kick, Alex, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the replay. I tell you what, on these counters, it's really I'm really disappointed not to be seeing Tonali rushing on to go and join in, but I guess he can't.
Yeah, well, I guess he's just kind of very probably thinking about how Mitoma's getting a lot of space and just covering Miley.
I've got to be prepared.
Van Heck now for Brighton has to turn. Joe Linton all over him. Van Heck's ran into trouble, just got out of it there. But good pressing by Newcastle, but great work from Rutter. Fantastic bit of play. Mitoma now, nice. That's very nice from Brighton. Believer now plays it out. It's a poor ball, and well, is that a foul on Harvey Barnes? Yes, it is. Oh, Trippier, sorry. I think he went over the top of Estepinian there. Strange free kick, but we'll take it. And he's threw it away. Trippier's asking the question, saying, well, come on, referee. We're not going to get anything for that, though. Tonali, great ball to Joe Linton. Joe turns, lets some more players get forward for Newcastle. Gordon. Burn, Tonali, and we go back to Martin Dubravka. Straight to Tonali again, and now Dan Burn. Up the line for Anthony Gordon. Gordon clips it through. Not a great ball. I think it was deflected. He was trying to play Alexander Isak in over the top. And Brighton come forward again now with Estepinian on the far side. Couple of minutes to go to half-time. Newcastle still lead through Isak's penalty, but Brighton have asked a few questions, a bit of possession, but I mean, Dubravka hasn't necessarily had to make a big save yet, but this might be a good challenge by Cher and Gordon. Joe Linton. Barnes has made a great run. So's Isak on the left, but Joe Linton's overhit that. Was that the right ball, Alex, or should he have gone to Barnes, who'd made a good gallop down the right?
Well, I mean, he had the option, didn't he? I think Barnes made a good run. It meant that there was an option. Brighton were going to be divided in that counter. So, yeah, I think you back Isak with the pace on the left. I think it was the right ball. It was just poorly executed.
Yeah, just a little too much.
Barnes furious, though, he didn't receive it. Again, I think Barnes is doing all the right thing in an attacking sense, apart from that one ball that he couldn't, dribbling that didn't go right. But most of it's been pretty solid.
Yeah. Brighton now on the attack, and it's a chance for Brighton here. It's 1-1. It's deflected in, and Yankuba Minte has got the goal for Brighton, and it's 1-1 just before half-time. Played inside of Fabian Cher. The pace of Minte got away, and I think he tried to play it across Dubravka, but it was deflected and went the other way off Trippier into the back of the net. Minte, to his credit, doesn't celebrate. And he puts the prayer sign up to the Newcastle fans, but a good move, Alex, but Minte's pace there just took him away. Trippier tries to get back, and it's actually deflected off Trippier into the other side. Dubravka was going the other way.
Yeah, I mean, it's another situation where we've got centre-halves trying to step in and challenge, and then there's space to exploit. And, you know, João Pedro's dropped deep. Minte goes, you know, they've got so many attacking players that can do this kind of thing. It's textbook. We've been complaining about Fabian Cher all game doing it, but it's what's punished us is Dan Burn getting caught with the same thing. Yeah. Stepping up, space to exploit, very, very quick from Minte. Classy celebration, though. He understands that we brought him to where he is now, and he wouldn't be in this position without us. So
Well, he's made up for the penalty
1-1.
giveaway.
Well, game on.
Very unfortunate, though, Alex, because he was going to go across Dubravka. Dubravka was going to his right. It clips off the bottom of Trippier's boot and goes in the other side.
Again, I mean, for people concerned about this, you've got to remember that Botman is meant to be the first choice left-sided centre-half, and we tried very hard to bring in a new player over the top of Fabian in the summer. It didn't happen.
Yeah,
so the club agree with all of your points. It
didn't happen, and it's left us in a bit of a hole because Cher was completely out for pace there. But to be honest, so was Gordon, because Minte challenged, he got rid of Cher and Gordon. 2 minutes added on at the end of the first half. It's a real poor time for Newcastle to concede, Alex, right before half-time. Jake Boone with a super chat saying that Trips did more running to stop that than Fabian Cher did. Absolutely. It just, no chance was he getting back. And Anthony Taylor telling Lamptey to get on with it. I don't know why Lamptey's wasting time. He's threw it straight out of play as well.
It's a foul throw as well.
No. Well,
are you going to let him take that again? You're having a joke.
Well,
right?
Apparently he says it didn't actually come into play. So because it didn't come in play, then it has to be retaken, of course. Here's Matoma.
As if you get another go.
Oh, how easy is that to get through? Good defending, Livramento. Now Miley, Joe Linton. Wow! Very strong tackle comes in from Baliba.
That's got to be a yellow. That's horrible. You've got him behind him and got none of the ball. How are we not?
It is a yellow card. Yes, it is.
Yeah, you can't let
that was
people
a
do
shocker,
that.
Alex.
That was awful. We're going to see it again.
I mean, he just no chances he winning the ball there. That's a horrible tackle. And rightly so in the book for that.
Baleba instantly eyes straight to the referee as soon as he finished the tackle. He knew.
Well, I think he was concerned whether it was going to be a different colour card, but it wasn't a red card challenge. Ball on the edge of the box now, bouncing around from that free kick. Brighton clear.
Oh, funny that we don't get any space in front of their D, do they?
No. Trippier, long ball forward, Burn with a flick on. Isak jumping, and Isak penalised for a foul on Van Heck. Come on. How is that
Van
a foul?
Heck, honestly, is pulling the wool over the referee's eyes. It's the only player, but Van Heck is a little so-and-so.
It's not a foul, is it? Let's be fair. It's not a foul. Jesus, he's just so weak.
But he does
so weak going for that. Well, I think the referee will blow the halftime whistle here at the taking of this free kick.
A few people suggesting there might be a red this game.
Well, possibly, but there is the halftime whistle, ladies and gentlemen, and it is halftime 1-1 at St James's Park. JW with a super chat. Atmosphere is really flat for such a big game. Well, that doesn't surprise me. There's been complaints about the atmosphere for some time that it's great before the kickoff, but then once the game gets going, it suddenly just disappears into the sunset. And it sounds like that's exactly what it's doing again today. But 1-1, Alex, your thoughts on the first half so far?
Horrible to say, but a disparity in technical quality. We're unable to play out through them and retain the ball. Yep. They are quite comfortable. They've got the technical level to outplay us, which is a shame. I think we have got the players when we're playing players like Bruno and Hall to maybe have a go, but not quite enough. And Brighton have been, in a footballing sense, a better side than us, creating, looking a little bit more dangerous. Our centre halves, more so Fabian, have been problematic with their stepping out. And we're still in the game. It's 1-1.
Me, Alex. Fabian Cher is the problem for me. And we spoke about this many times about Dan Burn having to come and do Cher's job. And Dan Burn's getting stretched all over the place, left, right, and centre, covering for Cher when he's making these stupid step outs. He's not getting the ball or anything. It's extremely difficult to play alongside Fabian Cher right now because of the mistakes he's making. Peter McCardle's been a member for 13 months on the channel. If Cher and Burn both play in the final, we are screwed. Well, it's Fabian Cher. It's not Dan Burn. I'm sorry. It just isn't Dan Burn. Nick Thornton with a super chat saying, proof why Dooms should start and Cher shouldn't.
A few people talking about Dubravka should have come off his line. We're not calling him out for it. I think that's a bit harsh. I think Dubravka actually had the save on had it not been for the deflection. I'm not going to criticise Martin Dubravka for that. I think there was far more concerning things with that play.
LG says, "Give over, Paul. Burn is wandering all over the pitch. What are you watching?"
That was from a set piece. So there's a few people completely complaining when he stayed up to continue the press. That was because he was trying to stop the counter because there were so many players out of position. He busted a gut for that move, and there are people who are not understanding it was on purpose. He knows he's not supposed to be up there, but he committed to stop the counter. I thought that was fantastic from Dan Burn.
Yep. I don't know. When Cher's going all over the place, then I'm sorry, but Dan Burn is trying to, balls are played through the gap. Miley's not doing his job cutting those balls out to Matoma. Cher is trying to step out and read the play, gets it wrong 9 times out of 10. Burn is having to come and take that man on when they're heading towards goal. It's crazy. Well, DK with the super chat saying, "I wouldn't mind a few of those Brighton players, Van Heck, Baliba, Rutter, etc." Keith Truscott says, "If Miley comes off, think Longstaff would be on. If Eddie is resting Bruno, hopefully be Willock on. Cher is very below par, needs off." What are you going to say there, Alex?
Well, Fabian Cher's done it 5 times, or four times maybe. Dan Burn's done it once, and it's resulted in a goal for Brighton. So they're both at fault. Fabian's doing it a lot. He's just not been punished for it. Burn's done it once, has been punished for it. But they both shouldn't be doing it. It's concerning. There's just 1-2s being played around centre halves. They're looking quite dangerous just off a singular long ball as well. So they've got so many flexible attackers that can drop short and rotate. We need Botman to be fit as well as Dan Burn's been doing in parts this season. There was large parts where he was really good. We do need Sven Botman back and maybe Emil Kraft for the time being, because Fabian Cher is really uneasy to watch nowadays.
Yeah, I think the problem is there's no pace. There's no pace apart from Livramento. We've got no pace in that defence, and Brighton are very, very well aware of getting in behind. And the little
not just the pace though; it's the stepping up from Fabian Cher. He steps up,
but
and they play a 1-2 round him. It's poor decision making, and he's making decisions at the wrong times, and they're just going straight through into space. So it's pace, and it's the weird decisions when to go, when not to go, and his long balls and his playing out have also not been there for a while. So we're not getting a lot from him.
Christopher says Burn is like a lamppost. Both are not good. What was that? Both are not good. Too old and no pace. Nathan says, how can midfield build and play when the 2 shit centre backs behind them? Dean says, not seeing any fight from the team. This has been a trend for well over a season. Terry says, Gordon could not be asked to chase Minte down. Well, it was him and Cher. I mean, I must admit, I'm not going to really put too much blame on Gordon because Gordon's back there helping out, but we're just too slow in defence. We really are. The pace is going to kill us. And when you think about the top teams, the pace that they've got, they will show that against, slower defenders like we've got. It's really far too slow. Jackson's question for Alex, do you think it could also be down to Eddie Howe tactics for Cher stepping up? Miley needs to protect Cher and Tripp's more like how Tonali protects Burn and Tino.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a tactical instruction for them to step up, but the onus is on the player as to when they make that decision and what they do with that. Eddie can't say, step up, make a pathetic attempt to get the ball and then get it played round you. There's got to be more of an effort in that to do it in the right moments. And it's not for me. And there's an element of midfield issue as well. I don't think Miley's been great. There's been a lot of easy, just straight balls through the midfield. It's not been fantastic.
Yeah. Just seeing the goal again. And yeah, Gordon to be fair, Gordon does give up chasing. I'm not going to argue with that. But I don't know. It's so annoying. Nick Thornton says Burn's form is suffering for covering Cher. Well, I've said that, but kind of jumped on a little bit. Keith Truscott with a super chat saying Isak looking on it, but losing the fight in midfield. So not getting as much service. Gordon looks like he's up for it. as is Barnes. We're not out of it yet. Well, we're definitely not out of it. It's 1-1, but we do have to improve on certain aspects of it. Paul says the problem is when we don't have the ball, we drop into a 5-5 very deep. It's a problem getting out because they have the pace to keep up with any counter-attack. Julie says Gordon has to take breathers. Well, yes, Julie, I know he has to take breathers, but not when he's chasing back. I understand that, but not when he's chasing back Minte. He can't just stop and say, "Oh, I'm having a breather," and let Minte continue his run. Paul Wells says Barnes had a good early cross and made a couple of good runs, hardly been bad.
Yeah, I think Barnes has been good this half. I don't know why he's getting so much hate. There's a lot of people not happy with Harvey Barnes' game. I thought he's done a lot of clever movements centrally, gone left. He's been okay. He's one of the reasons why we've actually scored a goal. He's knitted a few attacks together. The offside Isak goal, maybe he should have gone a bit earlier, fine. But I think Harvey Barnes is hardly the problem in this game. He has been in other games, not this game. It's not Barnes' fault we're not in this as much. The problems are with the midfield and the two centre halves.
I do wish somebody would ask Eddie about Fabian Schär, though. You know, in his press conferences, it just baffles me that he keeps getting picked week in, week out. DK with another super chat says, overall, I think we're okay. Just two really poor defenders. Brighton have been coached to play attractive football, all from Potter days. Well, we've got some good players.
I tell you what, I'm shocked that I've seen so many comments about Harvey Barnes and nobody's mentioned Miley struggling. Nobody. I know we all love him, but it needs to be players need to be criticised.
Well, to be fair, Kevin says there, what is Miley's role? Not sure what Miley's role is, to be fair. Don't know.
Right, Miley will be fine, but his off the ball stuff is not been great so far. And I wouldn't mind Bruno coming on in the second half massively.
Chris with a super chat saying, where was this Burn Brigade versus PSG? Fickle fans. Well, I mean,
it's a long time since that game, guys. We need to move on.
Shana says the atmosphere has been like in COVID times, really quiet. Predator says Gordon giving up the chase on Minte for their goal was criminal. Andrew says Schär is dreadful, but plays every week, and people wonder why we struggle. I don't get why he's picked. Barnes doesn't have much confidence. Much defense skill, but he has looked a threat going forward. Absolutely, he has. Yeah. Susan says Barnes started strong, but is having a mixed game. Good runs, etc. I think Bruno and Murphy will come on and win it for us. But we shouldn't have to rely on Bruno coming on. This is the fact that he's rested.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind Murphy either. Hypocritical for me to say, although I've really enjoyed Barnes' like central runs, I would like Murphy on because he obviously provides a lot more width. I'd like us to see us open the pitch up a bit more and play the size of the pitch and play the counters better. I wouldn't mind that, but we'll see. Maybe even Will Osula coming on the right wing. That wouldn't be, considering how he did the last time he was on the wing.
I guess you never know. You never know. David says, when we've beaten Brighton in the past 4-0, we pressed aggressively from the front. Yeah, the press has sort of disappeared a little bit. Aaron says, I like the midfield three, but it's like they don't know their roles. Possibly, but I think, you've got to... Listen, if Eddie keeps Miley on the field, then you can only hope that maybe he's had a chat with Miley in the dressing room about, cutting that pass out, Alex, between sort of Matoma and in his midfield, because they're finding a lot of space, aren't they, in that area?
They are, and it's why I would want Bruno on. I mean, Bruno's not fantastic at blocking that, but he's definitely more experienced than Miley in that regard. And off the ball, we do need to wrestle some more control in the midfield. Miley, no doubt, will be a fantastic player, and his on the ball stuff is really, really good. You can tell he's a top talent, but I'd like to win this game, and I think Bruno on gives us a better chance. Yeah.
Max says the atmosphere is quite shocking, shockingly poor. It doesn't help for players to perform on a graveyard shift.
I think there's a lot of people in attendance today that don't necessarily normally go to games. So,
yeah, but Alex, this has been a thing in the league as well. It's I've noticed it when I've been there. It starts off, it's bouncing, it's electric, and then suddenly you get into the game and you can hear a pin drop.
Well, I mean, I've already had a very controversial take on that previously that people didn't like, and that was, I think there's an expectation if you buy a ticket, you need to go there and you do need to sing the songs. It depends obviously on your health, but you do, if you're going to go, you need to sing the songs, you need to contribute to that atmosphere. That is your role as a fan, and I don't agree with people who say, no, I bought the ticket, I can do what I want with it, I'm just going to sit there and be quiet. I completely disagree. I think if you want to go to the Coliseum, you go to the Coliseum to help with that atmosphere. That is the whole point.
The Coliseum.
Look, I'm not from the Northeast. If I go, I sing, I cheer. There's an obligation for me to do that, even more so because I'm not from the region. So I think definitely people need to do that. And David Oliver, that's completely the converse. People saying that it's the team that needs to create that. I disagree. I think it starts with the crowd.
I think it's a bit of both, to be fair. I think the team do have to play the role, but I think it is a bit of both. Stoic Protector says, please don't forget, we nearly had 2 more goals from Isak. Missed the first one and the offside. There's more goals in it. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, Isak missed the header was blocked. I'm not sure whether the header was going in, but certainly when he spun and hit on the rebound, should he have scored? Probably. Should have kept it down. And then, of course, there was the offside. Emma says, Stato, my hubby agrees 100% with you. Have you heard U2? What the hell are you talking about? Have you heard U2? What the hell are you talking about? Dear God. Lewis says, the atmosphere has been ruined in this country by policing and family zones. Bundesliga fans singing no matter what's happening. I don't know about that.
True. Yeah, the Bundesliga atmosphere is fantastic. They're incredible.
Indeed. You said, right, just stop talking cryptic and try and explain what the hell you're talking about. Jesus.
Just
spot on. Sometimes the players need the crowd. Ian says, the Legends nightclub in the Toon back in the day. Memories. Yes, definite memories. Doobie's playing well, trying to reclaim the starting spot. Well, if he's not in the next game at West Ham, there's hell on, because he's been really solid in that first half. Really, really solid. So, yeah. I'm not. Pope does not deserve to come back in. No way. Kayak Fishing says, the last match I was in against Tottenham, when we scored and jumped up and hugged the guy next to me, his wife looked shocked, but the guy joined in the crack. Yeah. I mean, listen, when I've been to games and, poor George in front of me, I've thrown him about five rows down in front of us, thrown him above my head like a scarf at times. And, it's that's what you've got to love about going to the match. It's that kind of atmosphere. Kush to the Kush says, thank you for your super chat. Says, we've got Miley in the middle, defo not what we need. Well, let's see the second half.
Maybe not right now.
Yeah. I mean, Brighton are coming back out now. Newcastle are already there. Newcastle were out very early for the second half, Alex.
Yeah, well, despite the fact that we had chances, I think it's because we've got a player like Alexander Isak. Like, we've got chances to score, and we did score because of those kinds of players. But the overall performance was not good. If this second half plays out in exactly the same way as the first half did, then you would imagine Brighton will win this game. So there has to be a reaction. There has to be a difference.
Well, second half is underway. Super chat from DK says, guys, do you think this was the season Alex Murphy should have been blooded as a Botman understudy? Well, I liked what I saw from Alex Murphy, to be honest. But anyway, Matoma's on the break already for Brighton here. Estepinian into the box. Brighton it's a goal kick. Well, I thought that came off Tonali there.
I could have sworn Tonali touched that. But
I think we got away with one there. Dear me. Oh, maybe he didn't actually. He just stepped across Estepinian.
He pretended to.
Clever from the Italian. Newcastle have a goal kick. Dubravka goes long. Barnes challenging, does well, chests it down. Trippier will keep this in play. And now Miley. No changes from either side at half-time. That's a very poor pass by Miley. Tonali, though, brilliantly wins it and sets Isak through. He's around Estepinian, but he's right to the byline now. Clips it back, looking for Gordon. Too high for Gordon. Brighton managed to get it clear to the edge of the box. And Miley again overhits a pass out to Livramento. Nathan Williams with a super chat. Come on, Murphy is a donkey. What? Alex Murphy is not a donkey, Nathan.
I mean, nor is Jacob.
Nor is
He's
Jacob.
got loads of goals and assists this season.
Bloody
And that is
hell.
why I wanted Sandro involved in more attacks in the first half.
Here's Gordon. Good work by Lamptey, though. But a nice bit of play by Livramento. And Gordon into the box. Lamptey comes across. Certainly nothing in that for a penalty. But a good charging forward there by Gordon. And a good start to the second half, actually.
Yeah, very good. A little bit of an overhit touch by Isak. Gordon came a little bit too short for it. Should have stayed longer at the back post. He didn't know where it was coming. Is this Minter down with a facial injury? Joe Linton, what have you done?
No, it was Livramento. I mean, there's nothing in that at all.
Yeah.
Dear me. Dear me. Dear me.
I think Gordon should have had a shot there.
Oh.
He was better positioned to have a shot in that situation compared to the 2 25-yarders he had in the first half.
Gordon Bennett, man, there's nothing wrong with him. He took a brief finger to the face. Wow. I mean, Christ almighty. These footballers, Alex, sometimes I think, what the hell? You know, if they were to play a more physical sport, they'd be wrapped in bandages every week. I'm not actually sure what's going on here.
It is just a bit weird how they can ride such crazy physical challenges and aerial duels, but then they get poked in the cheek, and it's a big problem. Yeah.
I mean, was VAR looking at that for a penalty? There must have been. I mean, there's nothing in that.
No, it looks like Gordon brings him down. So yeah. I'd be surprised if we get a pen off that. Don't think it is.
I would agree with that. Ball high in the air again. Joe Linton brings it down to Livramento. Livramento, nice bit of play, but Lamptey's there again. Ball bounces out. Only just, by the way. But that's a rotten throw from Joe Linton, but Byrne did really well there. Dear me. Joe Linton on the ball again. Does well to hold off Rutter. Gets rid of it now to Byrne. And now Share. Bit more space. Kieran Trippier. Back to Fabian Schär. That's a better ball by Schär, but terrible control by Joe Linton. Really should have done better there. Nobody around him and just couldn't control the ball.
Yeah. Miley really needs to show for the ball. He was being heavily marked there, but you need to make yourself available sometimes.
Estepinian now for Brighton. Back to Webster. And now Van Heck. Webster again. Better pressing from Newcastle this time. Estepinian. Belieber took a heavy touch and didn't get fouled. Gordon, poor. Can't play the ball through. There could have been a break on there for Newcastle. Trippier to Schär. Schär pushed over, says the referee. Free kick. I think we should have had one earlier on anyway. Quick free kick taken. Joe Linton, again, leaves a lot for Tino to do, but he's done it brilliantly. And now back to Joe Linton again. Inside to Gordon. Gordon now. Livramento. Waiting for Gordon to make his move. Livramento back onto the right. Into Joe Linton. Back to Livramento. He's just took a heavy touch out for a goal kick. Not a bad move, that, by Newcastle, but Tino's getting forward, Alex.
Yeah, that was a good move. I'm not quite sure how he ended up doing that with the ball, but it was patient. I thought we were a bit lethargic, but he made a good move at the right time, but I don't know how he's managed to drag that out for a goal kick. Lovely to dink it over Minter as well.
Just take a bit of a heavy touch. Didn't try to drag it past Lamptey, really, and just took a heavy touch on it there. Unlucky.
I mean, I thought that first right-footed touch should have been a drag across goal or a shot, not...
Yeah.
But he is a fullback.
Fabian Schär now thumps it forward. Webster says
Barnes just completely ignoring Trippier for that throw-in.
Yep, and here's Lamptey bursting through the middle of the field here. And that's... give over, referee.
I'm not sure he touched him, did he?
Well, Joe Linton seems a bit perplexed by that decision. It's Rutter that's gone down. Let's have another look at it. I'm not sure there was anything in that. I don't think he touched him.
Has he not put his foot up against the ball?
I think that's a load of crap is what I think it is, Alex.
I mean, maybe that angle was wrong, but it looked like he just side-footed the ball and Rutter went over. It doesn't look like a foul from the angle we got shown.
No, definitely not. Anyway, it's a dangerous position to give a free kick away. Hinshelwood is going to take the free kick. Newcastle, very, very high defensive line here. In it comes. Byrne is there with a header. And then is Trippier to the edge of the box. Matoma. Estepinian. Brings it down well. Gets it back to Matoma. He's confronted by Tonali. Back to Estepinian again. Brighton forced to go back to the halfway line with Webster. Left-footed ball over the top for Matoma. Has he got the pace to keep this in? He will have. It's a very good ball. Matoma into the box now. Danger here for Newcastle. Trippier sticks by him closely. João Pedro now. 3 Newcastle players all over him. Estepinian crosses to the very back post. It's bouncing around again. Somehow lands at the feet of Tonali, who gets it to Gordon. Gordon tries to break, but Estepinian is there for Brighton. And now Hinshelwood.
What a ball from Tonali.
It was fantastic. Hinshelwood now turns back to Webster and now Lamptey. And now Estepinian again down this left-hand side with Matoma, but he has to go backwards. Webster again for Brighton. Nicely steps away. And again, the ball over the top. This time there's nobody there. And Byrne heads it down to Share. Newcastle really getting themselves in a bit of a pickle here with Fabian Schär losing the ball again. Pushes on João Pedro. And somehow the ball is still in play. It's now out. And Brighton have won a throw. Fabian Schär, absolute shocker, Alex. Absolute shocker.
Yeah, he needs to come off. He needs to come off. It's just mistake after mistake after mistake. I don't know how he's still on the pitch.
It's dreadful. Every time he gets the ball. I mean, we were in no problem there at all.
We just need to sell him, Millcraft. If we're not going to use him, why are we extending contracts? It makes no sense.
Yep. Oh, Trippier back, but Dubravka very quickly off his line to clear. Isak challenging Estepinian and a free kick. What? Well, what's the point, Alice? You can't even jump for a friggin' header these days.
Yeah, they're being very strict with physicality today. There's nothing. You're not allowed to be physical at all.
I don't think that was anywhere near a free kick, but hey, what the hell? What the hell? Anyway, it's back with Webster. Still 1-1 at St James's Park. Just over 54 minutes gone in the game. Thank you for watching Matchday Live on the Toon Review. Please do subscribe if you are new to the channel and you like what you see. And don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying the commentary today, guys. Thank you very much. That's a very weak header again. And João Pedro bursts in. Great save to Dubravka to his left. And cleared away by Livramento for a throw-in. But Dubravka had to be really hot there. Really poor from Livramento. Giving it away to João Pedro. He takes it quickly. It's a really good save. And Livramento then clears. But Brighton are in again here. Minte across. Matoma completely. Well, he's put that in the East Stand. I've never seen that before. A shot goes into the East Stand. Wow.
Gary Neville.
But terrible.
Oh, but that's all for the back four. If I was Dubravka, I'd be absolutely screaming at my back four. Yeah. One of them needs to come off, Fabian Schär, and Byrne's been at fault for stuff today. Tino now is at his moment as well, negatively. Trippier less so, but none of them have been perfect. It's so shaky at the back.
It is. We're just, our passing, it's just a little bit too short here. The passes aren't being hit properly, and we're just a shambles right now. Brighton are really beginning to get a bit of confidence here. And 3 changes from Newcastle. And Bruno is coming on for Louis Miley. Or Louis, whatever you want to call him. Miley's off for Bruno.
Yeah, that's the right sub for me. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But it feels right in this moment.
Yeah. Bruno gets the armband off Trippier. Willock now on the field. It doesn't say who's come. I'm trying to... Joe Linton's off. I think we expected that with Big Joe just coming back. And Harvey Barnes off, and Jacob Murphy comes on.
I mean, we complain about substitutions, but we're still at 1-1. We've just had a wobbly 3 or 4 minutes. I like that. I like that he's made a decision to try and stop the rot, get a bit of control of the game. I'm not happy that Cher's still on, but fine, it is what it is.
He's not going to take him off. We're not. It's just not going to happen. No matter how many times we want it to happen, it just, for some reason, he won't. Well, let's see if that makes a big difference. But at the minute, Estepinian is bursting down this left-hand side. Cuts inside. Back to Webster. I mean, Harvey Barnes, Alex, didn't really get going second half.
No, that's fair. I think he had a reasonably good first half, but second half he wasn't really involved. So, yeah, it's the right call.
And here's Estepinian again. Chance to put the ball into the box for Brighton. Doesn't. Uses Matoma now. Matoma running the trip. You're helped out by Murphy. Matoma's ball in is dangerous. Good clearance by Fabian Cher. Nick Thornton with a super chat. Nerves stemming from Cher's pathetic display. Everybody gets nervous when they
spread
the ball for now. It's crazy. Anyway, it's back with the goalkeeper at the moment. And now Webster. Long ball looking for the runner. João Pedro. Burns got to be careful here. Nods it down to Fabian Cher. Trippier. Cher. Looking for Bruno's little flick on. Doesn't really go anywhere there. And Estepinian again. I mean, Brighton are enjoying a lot of possession here. Newcastle just can't get the ball. And Dan Burn towering above Minte there. Now Livramento challenging Minte. Good run this by Tino, but Minte sticks with him. And they throw into Newcastle. Gordon's going to take this one. Throws it all the way back to Dan Burn. I mean, this is anyone's game at the minute, Alex, but Brighton certainly looking the most likely.
Well, they've got more control of the game, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to win this game. 3 fresh players on the pitch. We've got weapons in attack, so hopefully we can maybe assert a bit more control over the next 10 to 15 minutes with the subs.
Yep. Here's Burn. And now Gordon inside for Livramento. Back to Gordon.
Tonali anchoring just to give us a bit of the ball here.
Yeah, Brighton are pushing really high. And they are playing with a very good press at the minute. Oh, that's crap! What is that, Fabian Cher? Utter horseshit again! Matoma blocked. We got away with that one. Hinselwood and Willock brought down free kick to Newcastle. Jesus, Alex. How many times are we going to be doing this?
Get him off. He's playing like he's concussed. I don't know what's wrong with him. He needs to come off. He has to come off.
Pass that straight to a Brighton player.
I feel like we could do a poll now, Paul. Is there anybody who is against bringing Fabian Cher off right now? He's going to cost us the game. He really is.
Great run by Gordon, but out comes the again.
He's got to come off. He needs hooking now. He's got to come off.
Very easy catch for him, but again, it put us in so much trouble there. It was just just a simple pass. I mean, I don't know how he's getting them passes wrong, Alex.
It's what, 3 or 4 in this game, along with the step-ups that are wrong. You can count. I can't count on 2 hands how many mistakes he's made this game because it's more than 10.
Yeah. And again, a heavy challenge from Cher.
What are you doing, Fabian? What was that?
Well,
you're going to get booked for that, mate. What are you doing? He's a liability. He's an absolute liability. He's lost his head. He's completely lost his head.
Anyway, we coming forward now with Isak down this near side. Cuts inside. Plays a lovely ball through to Bruno. And across it comes. Why didn't Bruno try and score? He's trying to pull it back for Gordon. Why didn't Bruno take a shot there, Alex?
Well, I think the cutback was a good option. There just wasn't the right player. And I mean, has he had a chance to look? He did get one quick look. So maybe he was anticipating somebody to come central.
Yeah, but look what Isak did against Arsenal, Alex, in the cup. He had a shot and the goalkeeper parries it out straight to Gordon. You've always got that opportunity.
He had 2 on rush in the 6-yard box. I'm not going to blame him for trying the cutback. It is what it is.
Oh, Trippier's corner's dreadful. Doesn't even clear the first man again. Bounces to Murphy. Murphy's been pickpocketed though by Matoma. And Murphy has to get back here. Brighton are getting players forward. It's still Mitoma. Murphy's done well defensively. And eventually, it's a poor ball by Mitoma. Gordon comes back. But dear God, and Livramento hanging on to it a long time here. Back to Trippier. And finds Martin Dubravka, who calmly gets it back to Dan Burn. But we are our own worst enemy at the moment here again. Hinselwood wins a good challenge. Tonali now comes back. I mean, again, Murphy, just switching off. Oh, that's a great turn.
Foul.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Weber's still on a yellow.
He's been booked. He was very lucky there.
Yeah. One more, and you got to consider him for a red.
Yep. Good ball down the line now for Jacob Murphy. 2 men on him. Murphy's done well, though. Tries to get across and it's blocked. Estepinian up the line now for Mitoma, but Trippier closes that down. Murphy's lost out, but he's run a corner for Newcastle United. And Trippier tells Bruno, you're taking this one, son. But I tell you what, Belieber there, that's a yellow card, Alex, in any stretch.
It is. I think he's a lucky boy to still be on, because that wasn't just a little push or a tug. That was he fully stopped him from breaking away there.
Gordon puts in a great cross, but Verbruggen with a really good punch. Fabian Schär jumping into fresh air again. And we managed to keep a hold of the ball, have we? Schär comes across. Gordon's come across. Mitoma is all over the back of him. Gordon does really well, though. And Trippier calms things down. Back to Dan Burn, who sends it out wide now for Willock. First time he's really got into the game since coming on. Good ball down the line. Oh, well, Livramento stopped running. And but Willock's done well to get the ball back. Livramento looks tired, Alex, if I'm honest. He looks like he's run out of gas.
Yeah, I think Matt Target and Emil Crash should be the next two.
Ball in again. Verbruggen comes out and gets a really good punch to it. And now Brighton try and break again. Burns steps up, though, stops the break. Tonali, lovely ball across to Fabian Schär. And suddenly Newcastle now look like they're in the ascendancy. It's with Bruno.
Tonali's dropping deep to try and help us build out, because the centre-halves can't do it.
Bruno. Still Bruno. Loses the ball, though. Mitoma, great tackle by Trippier, but great work by Trippier. Twice winning, 3 times winning it back. And Trippier now heads towards the penalty area. Plenty time to have a look. Oh, dear me, I'm not sure who the hell he was trying to find there. Now Dan Burn has stepped up and lost the ball. And Lamptey brings it away for Brighton. Not many players up with him, though. And Newcastle do get men back. Tonali, absolutely fantastic. And now Gordon. Gordon brings it forward, out to Trippier again. By the way, I think Willock was fuming he didn't get the ball from Gordon there because he was in acres of space. But Bruno again takes too long on the ball. And he's lost it. And a great bit of play by Belieber. But Brighton just don't have any men forward at the moment. Now João Pedro. Still blocked by Schär. Comes to Mitoma. Dear me, this is a bit of end-to-end stuff at the minute. Mitoma now on the edge of the penalty area for João Pedro. Turns. Estepinian. He'll get the cross in for Brighton. Nobody there but Livramento for Newcastle. Not a great clearance. Belieber smashes one. Great block by Joe Willock. And it's Estepinian again. Hinselwood. Doesn't cross it. Lays it back to Van Heck now for Brighton. Van Heck out to Minte on the far side. Yankuba Minte. Faced by Livramento. Forced to go back to Lamptey. And suddenly it's Brighton now who are asking questions. In it comes. It's a good ball. Header in. And Dubravka is there. I don't think he was ever going to be beaten from a header from that angle and range. But it's opening up this game, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, someone in the chat's Dave's just put these subs have been honking. I mean,
well,
Willock's been okay, but Bruno and Murphy have not been good. We've managed to get a little bit of control, but I think that's more down to Tonali adapting slightly.
Yeah. Bruno's lost the ball a few times. Willock, Isak wanted the ball played in. He doesn't get it. Livramento now. Anthony Gordon gets to the byline again. Left-footed ball in. Headed away well by... it's a chance here for Isak. Oh, great block. Great block that was. Bloody hell.
Yeah, he put his body on the line there. That was going Oh, that was goal
Hinselwood
bound, that was.
flew in to try and block that shot. It's hit him in the breadbasket, really. I think it winded him, if anything.
He's fine.
Yeah, definitely winded him. But
acted like it hit him in the face. It's fine.
Well, the Toon are half-hearted all over the pitch, says Alan.
Do you remember, Paul? Do you remember back in the like Steve Bruce days and back in those days when we used to let not Fabian Schär, we used to let John Joe Shelvey go and anchor between the centre halves because we couldn't play out with the centre halves. We've kind of started doing that again. Yeah. We kind of are.
Louise says hashtag take Miley off. Miley's already off, Louise. Gordon with a corner for Newcastle.
Louise watching this game.
Yeah. And headed away again. Livramento. Isak now on the far side of the penalty area. Livramento clips it across. How has Willock missed that? And Fabian Schär. Both of them miss a complete open goal. How on Scooby-Doo's earth have they not scored there, Alex?
I mean, I think Fabian Schär thinks Joe Willock's going to get to it, so doesn't jump. I mean, we've got a replay of it here. I mean, Willock tries. Fabian just doesn't because he thinks he's going to get contact. That's got to be a goal. Somebody has to put that in. Yeah, I think it has raised off Willock's head.
Yeah.
Fabian can't believe it either. That was his chance. It
was difficult for Fabian, to be honest, because like you say, I mean, Willock should have scored.
Somebody should have scored that.
Brighton making more changes.
You were right about Tino looking tired. It looks like Matt Targett's going to come on.
Yeah. Minte and Baliba are coming off for Brighton.
Lucky for them because Baliba's very close to being sent off. So
yep. Gruda and Gomez are coming on for Brighton.
Well, let's just confirm that it is Tino coming off. I would assume it is, but unless it's Trippier, but Tino seems the more tired.
Well, yeah.
Unless it's Fabian Schär. Yeah, I hope so.
Well, if it was Kraft, I would maybe think that it's Fabian Schär, but the fact that it's...
No, it's not going to be Fabian Schär because then somebody like Trippier's got to play as a centre-half. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. It is Trippier.
Trippier.
Wow, okay.
So Tino will go back to right back then?
Yep. Not sure why he's took Trippier off. That's a strange one.
I mean, he was complaining about a couple of knocks. He made Tonali take that corner. Maybe he's done. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, Livramento moves to the right-hand side and immediately wins a header. Matoma header for Brighton. Tonali and now Bruno. Being dragged back all over left, right and centre there. Free kick to Newcastle. And it's Gomez who gives away the foul, who's just come on the pitch, of course. Very good player, Gomez, as is Gruder, of course. But now the ball is with Anthony Gordon on the far side. Lamptey comes across and wins the throw-in because it double deflected off Gordon.
That happened to Gordon all game against Liverpool as well. He's getting very unlucky with those double deflections. I think he's broken a mirror.
Yeah. And Lamptey will take the throw-in for Brighton, flicked on well by Pedro. And that'll be a Brighton throw-in right on the halfway line. They get on with it very quickly because João Pedro was really switched on there. Or it could be Gomez, that one, actually. Well won back by Newcastle.
Fabian Schär did the tackle. Wow.
He did a bit. He did football, Alex.
He did a football. Well done, Fabian. First time today.
João Pedro. This is an opportunity for Brighton again, though. Sitting on the edge of the penalty area. A little bit of one-touch football. Tonali with a really lazy ball, but we win it back. And now Jacob Murphy in the right back position. Inside now for Bruno. Bruno to Isak. Lovely turn by Isak. And turns on the burners. Now gets it to Livramento. Livramento looking for help. Oh, Willock was in the middle. Bruno goes down. That's a push, surely.
Yeah, we get it.
I don't know whether Bruno was a little bit disappointed that we had a little chance to play on there, Alex.
Yeah, I think he was. It was a good run from Bruno. I think it was the right pass. Bruno busted a gut to get there. Yeah, he's just pushed over.
Yeah.
I think the opposition had stopped once the whistle had been blown anyway, so I don't think it was going to get played on.
Hinselwood with the foul. Newcastle with a free kick in a very, very good position here. Get Tonali on it. No, it's not. It's going to be Anthony Gordon again. Some big men up for Newcastle. In it comes. It's too easy again to head away for Brighton to the edge of the box. Shot comes in. I'm not really sure why Murphy was trying a shot from there. And now we've got to get back. Estepinian.
The luck on that deflection.
Murphy's done very well to win it back, though. Murphy now heading towards goal. Murphy plays it into Isak, but he's overhit the simple bloody pass. And a chance goes begging for Newcastle there. That was poor from Murphy. Did well to win it back after making the first mistake, but then the ball to Isak was shocking. Really dreadful pass by Jacob Murphy.
We've definitely created enough of those kind of opportunities to have warranted some more shots at goal, possibly another goal. It's that final ball. It's same as against Liverpool. That final pass, really sloppy at the moment. It's not clicking.
Yeah. Verbruggen goes long again. Burners underneath this one for Newcastle. Gordon wins the header. Play it back again. Isak. Willock, thumped in the back. How is that not a free kick? Verbruggen. And now Webster. Long ball again. Trying to play over the top.
I think Brighton are struggling in the last 5 minutes.
I agree. They look a bit leggy, don't they?
Yeah, I think there's an opportunity for us to push a bit here.
That's what I've been thinking. They just look a bit leggy. They're thumping long balls up all the time now. Here's Matt Target. Oh, he's lost the ball. He's in a very dangerous position. And now Brighton can break, but it's a 3-on-4 into Pedro going against Tonali. João Pedro does really well. Spins away, but Tonali nicks it off him. It's a corner to Brighton.
And that is why Sandro is there.
Indeed. Brilliant defending by Tonali. Didn't dive in. Kept his discipline really well there. But Brighton take the corner quickly. But they've been forced backwards. I'm not sure what they were doing with that corner there, Brighton. But Estepinian has a chance to bring it forward. Out to this left again for Mitoma. Mitoma, it cuts inside. But again, good pressing by Newcastle. Forcing Brighton back, but they come again. Estepinian down the line. It's a great ball for Mitoma. We've fallen asleep there. And I thought Mitoma might have took that in the far side, but he didn't. He went for the ball across. And we got away with one. Bruno was far too easily beaten there by Mitoma. But now we come away again with Murphy. Murphy has Livramento to his right. Here is Tino. Cuts inside because Estepinian slipped. But it's a poor ball. And again, lots of mistakes happening here. Here's Murphy now. Chance to whip it in. He has. Webster gets ahead. Van Heck, Oh, Livramento swings and misses. And Brighton have the ball back. Dear me, Alex, it's all over the shop right now.
Bit of Sunday League, just like we like it.
Indeed. Bloody hell. It's now Fabian Schär with the ball. A lot of the players looking very, very tired, but we're coming up to 15 minutes to go and we're still tied. 1-1 on Matchday Live on the Toon Review.
They're going to have to suck it up because if it stays like this, they've got more football to play.
Yeah, another half an hour. Schär now to Tonali. Tonali on the halfway line looking for a runner. He tried to play it into Livramento, but Mitoma steals it away. Not a great ball that by Sandro. Let's hope we don't get punished. Brighton come forward again. João Pedro. Gomez now. Takes a shot. It's high and over the bar.
Deary me.
Tell you what, there's a lot of mistakes in this game, Alex.
Yeah, it is bad. It's a lot of the basics as well.
And
I'll tell you what, nobody gets dinner tonight because they wouldn't finish it anyway.
No. I'm really surprised Mitoma didn't try and smash that in there, Alex.
Yeah, that really could have ended in a goal. I mean, to be fair, both Brighton and Newcastle in this second half have looked like they should have scored something. We've just been poor at both ends, so it remains 1-1.
Tonali now to Dan Burn. Target. Down the line for Gordon. Gordon now cuts back on his right foot. Plays a through ball into Joe Willock. Willock gets there, but yeah, Too much pace on the ball again. Willock crashes into the advertising board. And
get rid of that bloody Emirates sign. We don't. That's just tripped him over.
Well, he was very aware about running into the sign, wasn't he? And I think that's actually put him off that ball across.
That's going to hurt. But if that puts Joe Willock out with an injury, get rid of that board.
Which, given our look, it could possibly do.
Didn't even know the Emirates paid us anything, did they? Or is it Emirates because it's the FA Cup? Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah. No, get rid of that.
It's in a very strange position, though, isn't it? Just off the pitch like that. You think we're like wingers flying down. Matoma. Foul, says the referee. Quickly taken by Brighton over the top for Estepinian. He's not going to get that, though.
He got the ball.
Even in a foot race against Dan Burn there. Steve Middlemas says, who wants it more now? Well, Danny Welbeck's coming on. And he likes a goal against us.
I didn't want to see that.
Of course, got a bit of a nasty injury last time he was here as well after he scored the goal. Remember, he stretched it off. But luckily for him, he was okay to get the bus home with the rest of the players. Oh, Gordon's fell over and lost the ball in a really dangerous spot here. Brighton have a wonderful chance. Gomez again can't quite play it through. And again, Bruno too. He's just lost the ball again. He just looks so...
I'm not sure he fully had it there, to be fair.
Well, I don't know what's up with him, though. And Brighton are battling for these second balls and coming out on top at the minute. That's a better tackle by Joe Willock, but he is Lamptey now. Cross comes in, and a good header by Byrne, because João Pedro is right behind him. Oh, you've got to be stronger than that, Livramento. Oh, dear me. And it's blasted over the bar again. Gruder this time with the shot over the bar. We are living on a thread, Alex.
Yeah, it's poor. There's people unwilling to put their foot through it. It's Tonali and Livramento weren't sure who was going for it. There needs to be a call. We need to get rid. We need to try and play that first pass out to try and get out as well.
Are we lucky that's not a penalty there? Livramento completely missed the ball and kicked the Brighton player.
Well, maybe.
But now the changes for Brighton are going to be made. Wow. Well, Rutter's coming off and Estepinian coming off.
Yeah, Rutter's been very good for them.
Yeah, I'm not disappointed that he's gone off, Alex, to be fair.
Well, but yeah, on the flip side, I'm disappointed that somebody like Welbeck's coming on, because for all the banter he gets, he knows where the goal is and he's clever.
He certainly does. And João Pedro's still on the pitch as well, so they definitely want it. Weifer is the other player that's come on, by the way, or Weifer, however you want to pronounce it.
Yeah, I wanted Willa Suller on, to be honest. I think with the kind of fight going on in this game and passion, I think his legs would have been good for us, his physicality. I get that he's not defensively experienced, but we want to win this, right?
Well, Isak.
Oh, come on. Can we have a free kick for that?
That looked like a free kick on Isak, but nothing given.
Webster holding Isak.
And Verbruggen clears the ball again for Brighton. Long high ball. Up goes Dan Burn to win. I thought Dan Burn was shoved there, but not according to the referee. And João Pedro given all the time in the world to bring the ball down. Weifer now. Inside again. That's not a great ball, though. Bruno wins it back. Bruno, just give the pass. But he's dragged back. Free kick to Newcastle. That was better by Bruno. Nice bit of play to bring the ball out. Hinselwood pulls him back. Tonali with the free kick. Inside to Willock. Back to Tonali. Dan Burn now. 10 minutes left, Alex. Is there going to be a winner in this? In the 90?
Couldn't tell you. Our star players are not at the races in terms of their final product. Maybe there's an argument to be made. Isak is, but
yeah,
who knows?
Well, we got Mr. Rich, who's been a member for 9 months now. Thank you, buddy. What the F has happened to this team? I'm fed right up. We haven't been right since Wolves. We're just shite. Keith Truscott says, sorry, but this is crap. Not good enough. And we think we're going to beat Liverpool. As Gordon goes tumbling in the box. Nothing given from the referee there. I don't think there was certainly anything from the Newcastle players wanting a free kick there. Willock overstretches and loses the ball. And away come Brighton again. And Matoma now, just overhit that really. Share does well eventually. And now Matt Targett has Willock opposite. Willock now darting down the left. Can he beat his man? He's going for what? Well, he's just kicked the ball straight out of play. Dear, oh dear.
I think he'd got his head thinking about the run more than the actual layup for himself. He was focusing on putting the burners on.
Yeah, that's not a penalty anyway. I know they're looking at it, but it doesn't look like a penalty to me. I think Gordon tripped himself over there.
Yeah, Gordon's.
I think if you give that as a penalty, Alex, it's you're in fishy waters there.
Well, he's held Gordon's hand, but only because Gordon slotted his hand in there.
Yeah.
So, a bit weird.
VAR check is over. No penalty. I'd have been astounded if he was sent to the screen there.
That's you getting banned, dickhead. See you later.
Okay.
Hey, he's gone.
I don't know.
It was the one you were
upset with at the start of the stream. It was what?
It was the guy you were upset with earlier, being an idiot.
Well, what's going on here? There's a bit of nastiness going on here. The referee's got a red card out here, Alex. And I think Anthony Gordon's off.
Anthony Gordon. Oh, dear.
Anthony Gordon is sent off. I have no idea what's gone on. But Anthony Taylor's
straight red.
It's a straight red card for Anthony Gordon.
Didn't even think anything had happened. We're going to need a replay for this because it wasn't clear in real time.
Well, let's keep an eye on Anthony Gordon. He plays the ball through for Isak, who is offside, by the way. It wouldn't have counted. But let's just keep an eye on what happens here. Yeah, he lashes out, Alex. That's a red card. You can't be doing that. Yeah. What's he done that for?
Dear. He's been winding him up all game.
Yeah, he's
got hold of his shirt.
He's pushed.
I think he's gone to push him. I think he's gone to push him. Just push him, but it's you can't do that though.
You can't do that.
Oh dear.
That is not good. That is not good at all.
Does that count for a league match?
I think the FA Cup does, Alex. I might.
Does that mean he misses the final as well?
The Carabao? No, surely it doesn't affect the Carabao, does it?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
Straight
in due
red.
course. I don't know.
The fact that he's touched the back of his head, it's never going to get overturned either.
You raise your hands like that, you're going to get a red. Whether you push or you punch, it doesn't matter.
I'm going to put the volume on for a sec just to see what they're saying about him in the final.
Okay. Apparently, he does miss the cup final. Oh, that's just insane. And now to top it off, Isak's down injured. They are saying that he does miss the cup final, Alex.
Yeah, I've just listened to the commentary. Anthony Gordon does, in fact, miss the cup final against Liverpool.
Oh, that's incredible. And, well, they can appeal it, can't they? So we'll have to see. But anyway, Isak's coming off, and he's going to be replaced by Callum Wilson.
It's violent conduct, guys, so it's straight red in a 3-match ban, regardless of competition, I think.
It doesn't matter whether we think it was a push or a punch. It doesn't matter. He's raised his hands, and if you connect with the back of somebody's head, whether you mean it to push them, then it's a red card. It's a stupid thing to do. I mean, I guess they'll try and appeal it, Alex.
I think the only thing you can say is that he wasn't actively trying to push his head. Maybe he could argue that he was trying to push 50-50 and it's gone that way and he didn't actively mean to do it. Yeah. And even then, we're clutching at really small straws.
I know, listen, some people are saying in the chat that it isn't violent conduct, right? But I'm sorry, that's what it's classed as. Whether we think it is or not, it's classed as violent conduct if you raise your hands, which he did.
And lashing out at somebody's head is factually violent.
It is more, it's more of a push than it is a push. It's more of a push, but he's raised his hands to the head, and you can't do that. The lack of fight is alarming, says John Cook. I mean, if that doesn't get turned over, he's out of the final. I mean, that really screws us up as well.
This game was 50-50 because both teams were a bit poor in attack, but now we're down a man. It's going to be a big effort to try and get anything out of this.
Yeah, Lamptey and wins the corner. Good covering back by Bruno. You know what? It just a rush of blood to the head. Just a rush of blood to the head. He gets a bit frustrated, but you cannot raise your hands like that. Whether we think it was a push or a punch, it's classed as violent conduct. They are the rules.
He's going to be gutted as well because obviously we had Alan St. Maximin in the final last time, and this was Gordon's chance to try and.
Chance for Brighton. Great block. Fabulous block. Another shot blocked. Newcastle throwing themselves at everything. Brighton are lashing shots in left, right, and centre here, but just can't get through the black and white wall at the moment. Throwing themselves in front of the ball. Samsonite Dove says can be appealed, but doesn't look plausible to be turned around. I agree. 100%. You know, you've got to have good grounds, but they're the rules. You raise your hands like that, it's violent conduct. You'd be very lucky to get that overturned. Keith Truscott says he misses the final. That's it. Kiss the game goodbye.
And this is one reason why I wasn't as fussed about today, because I wanted more focus on the final we're already in. Big problem now.
Well, here's Callum Wilson, and it just can't get, he's lost the ball. Immediately he gets it. And now Lamptey. Lamptey brings it forward. Plays it through, looking for Matoma. He's done well, Matoma. This is a big chance. Great defending again, this time by Matt Target. Shot blocked by Bruno. And another shot by Lamptey is high over the bar. Dear God.
So every deflection goes straight to a Brighton right foot. It's ridiculous. They're so lucky with these deflections.
Welcome to the world of Mr. Rick O'Shea, Alex. Me and Billy talk about it all the time. Every ricochet. That's why we say Mr. Ricochet is probably the player of the season for any opposition that we have.
It was like that Jacob Murphy shot from outside the box earlier on. It got deflected into the running path of João Pedro. Like, it just picture perfect. It's outrageously lucky.
By the way, it was a fantastic block by Fabian Schär from Hinselwood's shot. Matoma down with cramp at the moment.
Well, Harvey Barnes, you are our only hope. Come on, Harvey. It's all forgiven. You've got to step up now. We need you for the next.
You know what? You just say where this club seems like it has a huge curse hanging over it, doesn't it? Just things happening before cup finals, etc. You just wonder if there's any justice in this world. I mean, just a rush of blood to the head, crazy from Gordon, and then
I've already got Liverpool fans messaging me. Can you sod off? I don't care.
Timothy says, laughing my arse off, blaming Liverpool for your problems. Who's blaming Liverpool?
Who's blaming Liverpool? What are you talking about?
No idea what you're talking about there, pal, but we're not blaming Liverpool for anything. Steve says, provoked Gordon, had his opponent ducking into it, so instead of a push in the back, there was head contact. Opponent ducked down into it. Steve, come on. Wait,
I mean, there's an element of that they'll probably try and appeal with, but it's probably not going to go very well.
Well, luckily for us, Matoma's had to go off. Trying to see who's come on. Marek, is it? Marek? I don't know what is it. I think it is. Solly March, man. Marek. Solly Marsh, who's he's had a terrible injury problems. 6 minutes of additional time at the end of the 90. It was stupidity and childishness that got him sent off. You know you can't do that. Whether you think the guy's ducked, you cannot raise your hands like that. It's violent conduct. And I think even with an appeal, Alex, you know, it's Newcastle United. We don't win them kind of appeals.
No, I don't think we will.
Murphy taken out by Lamptey, and now Lamptey's going to get a yellow card. Oh, he's off! It's a second yellow card. Lamptey's gone now.
Oh my word!
Well, I
mean, a lot of you guys in the chat were About a red, weren't you? You were definitely right.
Wow. I mean, it's a terrible foul on Murphy. And Lamptey's got a second yellow card. He's gone. And suddenly it's now 10 men each.
What's happened here then? Oh, yeah, he's gone in late, got none of the ball.
He's very late. It's a stupid tackle to make when you're on a yellow card. Charlie.
I mean, he's a winger.
Yeah, Charlie Ridgely's been a member for 13 months. Thanks you, Charlie. Hope you and the family are well. Harvey Barnes has got this, I believe. Ha ha. Nick Thornton with a super chat. We are so fragile mentally. Gordon's a fool. Well, there's another fool called Tariq Lamptey, and he's gone now. So,
well, game on now.
Me. Dear me.
I tell you what, Brighton could have had this wrapped up, and they've been quite poor because we're still in this somehow.
Yeah, it's mental. Yes, I am watching on ITV. Thank you. I don't know how I'm 60 seconds behind you, though. Anyway, in comes a cross. Oh, it's there from Fabian Schär. Fabian Schär on the volley. It's redemption. And Newcastle United have scored in the injury time. That is unbelievable. Fabian Schär with a masterclass volley, and Newcastle United could have stolen this one right at the death. 2-1. Is he offside though, Alex?
Oh, bloody hope not. Well, 99% of us all wanted Fabian Schär off for Emil Kraft. And aren't we all Muppets? Well, redemption for Fabian Schär. As long as it's onside, it will get checked.
I mean, it's a brilliant finish, isn't it? Lovely side-footed volley into the corner.
If only he could do that from his defensive line. Come on, Eddie Howe cannot believe it. Nor can we.
I mean, I thought on the replay, Alex, he was offside. There will be a check.
I think there were a couple of others offside. He was a bit deeper.
I'm not so sure, Alex. I think he's off. I genuinely think he's off, unfortunately. But there is a challenge. This is a big call. This is a big call, guys, in injury time. He did, I have to admit, he looked slightly offside to me. Big call. Big call right now. I mean, we're not seeing any replays here from VAR at all, but I mean, he looked offside. If I'm openly honest, just looked like he made us run too soon. Everybody surrounding the referee. Here we go. Still no decision. And we still haven't seen anything on the TV to tell us. He's offside.
Offside.
Yeah, he's offside. Can you
Announcement
bloody
from
believe
Taylor.
it?
All right, well, no redemption, Fabian. Sorry, mate. Off you get.
Just when I saw that replay, Alex, I thought, oh, shit, he just looks... There you go. There's the new offside system. And he's just off.
Well, I mean, I trust this more than the VAR.
Oh, absolutely, so yeah. 100%. Yeah, no problem at all with it. And now Brighton come down the other end. Murphy wins it back. Don't mess around, Murph. Get rid of it. He's lost it to Welbeck, and Tonali comes in with a tackle. Murphy's been poor since he's come on, Alex.
He's not been fantastic.
I'll tell you what, the Brighton manager's been threatened with a sending off there if he doesn't shut up. And rightly so.
Yeah, he's just been offered a route back into the game and he's whinging. Sit down.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand that.
That was a foul throw. That was a foul throw. Come on. You only get them at Anfield.
But both teams now, by the way, at 10 men. As Lamptey was sent off. But that's a terrible clearance from Schär. And it's put us under pressure again. But then he makes up for it with a great interception. And then Tonali's taken out. But Bruno takes it away for Newcastle. Bruno trying to play Isak or Willock away, sorry. And it's blocked. Tonali is still down injured. Tonali is really hurt. He got a right kick on the shin there.
Yeah.
It was Gomez. I mean, I'm not sure he got kicked on
He's pretty much rugby tackled him there. That's a booking.
That's a terrible tackle. That is a terrible tackle.
He's gone down to actually rugby tackle him. What on earth? That was a Boris Johnson tackle, that was. That's surely a yellow card.
Boris Johnson tackle? Wowzers. Anyway, Tonali with a long ball, looking for Murphy. Cleared by Hinshelwood. And out now for a throw into Newcastle. Trying desperately in these last few moments. We've had the 6 minutes, but of course there will be additional for the VAR check.
Oh, do you want to change the scoreboard?
It goes back, mate. It's just the server. It's just the server's delayed. It will go back to 1-1 eventually. I don't touch the scoreboard. Here's Tonali. Across now for Fabian Schär. Just in the middle of the park into Brighton's half. Back to Sandro. Tonali inside for Bruno now. Just looking for somebody to make a run. Target free on the left.
He's not walking very well.
No, he's not. It's back now with Murphy on this near side. Murphy, great ball through for Bruno, but he's not going to get there. And it's out for a goal kick. Well, it looks very much, Alex, as there you go, the scoreboard's clicked back. It looks very much like it is going to be extra time, Alex.
Well, we need some of our substitutes to come through for us. We need Callum to give us better than whatever that Joe was at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Joe Willock, this could be a good game for him with transitions, a lot of runs in extra time if we get there. So we've got the right players on the pitch to be trying to play this kind of game, but Brighton also look a bit weird. We both don't look great. Anybody's games for me at the moment, 10-10.
Yeah. Burn with a header. Welbeck. João Pedro to Welbeck. Tries to play it inside. Deflected. Comes to Hinshelwood. And now Webster. And here's Hinshelwood again down the left-hand side for Brighton. Having a run at Murphy and Tonali, but Tonali wins the ball. Murphy inside for Livramento. That's better from Newcastle. Bruno now. Looking for an out ball. Murphy. Murphy has to turn back, though. Across to Fabian Schär.
You've got to play Callum when he makes a run.
Left at the minute. Yeah.
He can't make many of those runs. You've got to use him.
Absolutely. Target back to Schär. And the referee has blown his whistle. It is going to extra time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, dear, oh, dear, 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 dear. I mean, what a kick in the arse. I mean, Fabian Schär's had a poor game again, but what a brilliant finish. Let's be honest, Alex. A brilliant finish into the corner. And we're all jumping up and down. We think we've done it. Slightly offside.
Yeah, it was a good strike. He was unlucky. It was offside, but if it was off, it was off. Yeah. But it's a strange game now. I think this is going to go down to tactics and intelligence because 10v10 is an interesting one. There's going to be space and to capitalize on. There's going to be a deficit somewhere in both teams' lineups. So it's where is that space going to be? How are you going to play the overload? How are we going to work this? Or it could just be down to something as basic as a transitional moment and just a bit of fight. We don't know, but hopefully we've got the lads up for it.
Well, we see.
I am just going to nip to the toilet very quickly, guys.
All right, man. No problem at all. So, guys, how are you feeling? That is the question. As fans, it hasn't been a great performance again by any stretch of the imagination. We've struggled in certain parts, but we've dug in. And I think that's a fair thing to say that we've dug in. We're still in it. Whether we think we should be or not. Brighton have missed opportunities. We missed opportunities. But the game's hell out of the shop right now. It really is hell out of the shop. Oh, God, that banana's so unripe. There's no way I'm eating that. No, I'm not for Sundays. That's bright. That's like biting into solid rock. Dear goodness me. Awful, by the way. The most awful banana that has ever gone near my mouth. But at the moment, we are just waiting for extra time to start. And all the fun and games again. But both teams at 10 men now for extra time. So, hey, there's opportunities here. We shouldn't be too disheartened. It's going to be tough. But we know we can do it. Anything can happen in extra time, guys. That's a certainty. Anything can happen in extra time. But I just think we've been very careless again on the ball today. Very, very careless. So disappointing. We just haven't looked right again, have we? And we've said this for a few weeks now, where we just haven't looked right. Something is not right. Bruno still looks like he's running in sludge. Yeah, I agree with you there. Antacid, bananas. I don't know what's going on with them. Oh my God. The spoilers in the chat are doing my head in. I'm on the same time as you, Paul, but he seem to be a minute behind everyone else. You can't help it sometimes. But what I will reiterate is please don't put the spoilers in, because some people are behind watching. Some people like to just listen to the commentary. So please don't put any spoilers in. Wait until we've commentated on it, and then we can all talk about it. We don't want to have to remove anybody for spoilers. So please do not put spoilers in the chat. We're all subscribers here. Please do not put spoilers in. Channel Right says I need a voddy and a Coke. It's typical Newcastle, this, isn't it? Look, Manvia, I know you're saying surely appeal for Gordon. You're not gonna. He's not going to get that. He's not going to get that overturned. I'm telling you now.
I think you should still try.
I do 100%, but he's not going to get overturned. It's Newcastle, Alex.
Yeah, I think there's some validity in the claim that he wasn't trying to push his head. I think he was just trying to push him generally, which would have seen a yellow. I think it's just, but when you do lash out, you're risking that happening. So it is his own fault. So in an absolutely, the luckiest of circumstances, he might get it reduced, but he does deserve the red, really.
Yeah. Yeah. You just can't raise your hands like that. You just can't. You're asking for trouble. As soon as you raise your hands, you're asking for trouble. And that's exactly what he did. But then it's been leveled out because obviously Lamptey's now been sent off for 2 yellow cards. And now we're waiting for Anthony Taylor to give us the go-ahead. And there it is. Extra time is underway at St James's Park. Matchday live on the Toon Review. We are into extra time, ladies and gentlemen, for this FA Cup 5th round. 1-1 it stands at the moment at St James's. Graham Ritchie with a super chat says, I am bloody knackered. We are still in it. But how stupid was Gordon? How man? Well, yeah.
It does prove what we were talking about, though, that Brighton are a young team. They're learning. They're not the finished product. So the fact that we're somehow still in this, and I think we've had a very poor game, just shows Brighton have got a lot of work to do themselves as well.
Yeah, indeed. But Isak is no longer on the pitch now, who's probably looked our most dangerous player today. Nick Thornton says, if we appeal that, he will get an extra game. Of course, you can. Well, you're taking the risk, aren't you?
Yeah, well, that's ridiculous. That rule should never be a thing anyway.
No. Here's Bruno trying to get away from Gomez. Gomez drags him back, and Gomez gets a yellow card. He's been in the thick of it, Gomez, since he's come on. He's made a few rash tackles, and now he's on a yellow card. Pulled him back twice there.
When are we going to see Will Osula? We get another sub, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I mean, it'd be. I tell you what, I'm intrigued to see who he does bring on, because people were talking before the game, of course, about Nick Pope coming on for the penalties. I don't see the point in that. I think Dubravka's done well enough anyway, and Dubravka made he's been very solid. Here's Callum Wilson into the box, takes it down really well, twisting and turning, looking for support, gets it eventually from Bruno. Bruno now into the penalty box. Bruno to Willock flicks it across to Livramento. Livramento to Murphy. This is a good build-up. Murphy clips it to the back post and doesn't find a black and white shirt. João Pedro can't control it. And now Livramento again. Back to Murphy. Newcastle trying to build. Murphy, what a cross! And well taken as well by Verbruggen. Really good cross, Alex, and right on the head of Callum Wilson. But a very, very good piece of goalkeeping.
Yeah, better. The first cross should have been a bit better. Callum was free and open. He was frustrated he didn't get it. Fantastic ball through to Callum originally from Matt Targett as well that needs to be applauded. It was a good passage of play there.
Yeah. Butch with a super chat saying, sorry to ask, does Gordon miss the final? Yes, he does. I mean, we can appeal, but I'm not confident. Here's Matt Targett. Long ball down. It's a really good ball for Joe Willock to get on his bike and get it. What a good ball that is by Matty Targett. And now Willock at the byline. Looking for support. Clips it. Beautiful ball. Chested down by Bruno for Tonali. And Verbruggen again off his line. Should Bruno have just took a shot, Alex?
Yes, he should. I mean, we'll see the replay. Has he got the option? He did have the option to head that, and he's tried to play it into the path of Tonali. It's selfless, but I think he probably should have been selfish.
In the words of Jan Anderson, just put it in the net. Bradley Linney with a super chat. If this doesn't show our owners serious work is needed in regards to squad depth and a set piece coach, I don't know what will. We should have had this.
They know that. There's going to be a big change in the summer.
Oh, Fabian Scher's gone in really strongly there. Trying to see who it was. No booking, which... I mean, he's really took out João Pedro there, and he's got away with that, Alex. How is that not a yellow card? For all the ones we've seen today.
To the back of him. Yeah, it's definitely a yellow.
Dear me.
And he's not got one, though, just for the viewers' purposes. Fabian Scher's not been booked, but he has just gone clean through the back of João Pedro. So, lucky boy there.
Oh. Anyway, Van Heck bringing it out. Bruno hacking back at Gomez there, I noticed, Alex. Just having a bit of a go back. Ball played down the line. Dan Burn does well to hold off João Pedro. Good defending from Big Dan Burn there. I mean, he does have the chance of bringing Sean Longstaff on and not Asula, Alex.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah. I mean, if he does, I'll
never say that again.
Fucking rage. I'll be raging.
Who's still left on the bench?
Longstaff, Asula, Pope. I think you're on mute, Alex.
I am, yeah. It was on purpose.
All right. Van Heck turns away from Wilson there. And now maybe it's Brighton's turn for a bit of possession. At the first 5 minutes have gone past 5.5 minutes of extra time. Still 1-1. Danny Welbeck on the ball. Sends it to Gruda now. Gruda out to this near side. In comes the ball from Van Heck. Bouncing around. Welbeck is there. Still Danny Welbeck. Clipped through. And Dubravka off his line very quickly. And bodies falling all over the place in the Newcastle penalty area, Alex.
Yeah, João Pedro going down there. I don't think he made too much of it.
No, he
but
said, didn't he?
You can't give Welbeck that many chances to try and spin and wrap his right foot around it. You've got to get rid of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Burn to Tonali. Back to Burn. Tonali. And now space for Scher to bring it out for Newcastle. Almost up the halfway line. Then a long ball. Looking for the left-hand side. Doesn't find Matt Targett. A nice bit of play there by Gruda. And then lovely bit of play. And can Pedro get there before Dan Burn? No. Target
what
now.
Gruda can do.
He's a very good player. Bruno spins away from Gomez again. Good play that by Bruno. Gives himself a yard of space. Now Livramento. Murphy on the far side. Murphy cuts inside, loses the ball, but Tonali's there to pick the pieces up. Tonali now. Willock. Murphy inside for Bruno. Bruno clips it through for Willock again. Willock takes it down. Patient build up this by Newcastle. Bruno again. Dan Burn. Down for Matt Target now. Target has Bruno in support. Bruno. Nowhere to go at the minute for Bruno. Back to Fabian Schär. And now Tonali. Down the line for Target again. Target inside for Willock. Nice play this. Willock into the penalty area. Willock clips a left foot ball in. Cleared away. João Pedro takes it down. Pulled back by Tonali. Free kick to Brighton.
Yellow card for Sandro, surely.
Well, he hasn't. I think we've got away with a couple here, Alex, to be fair.
I'll take that as well, yeah. I mean, nobody can really be complaining that Anthony Taylor's been unfair today. I think we've had a couple of shouts go our way. That's two plays should have been carded. And look at that from Sandro. That's a clear yellow card.
That's not a yellow card. Dear me.
And Anthony Taylor's watching it. Maybe he's concluding that there's enough covering players that it's and he's within his own half. I don't know.
Well, I don't think it matters. It's still a yellow card offence, isn't it?
Yeah. Sure, the Brighton fans watching are going to be screaming at that.
Yep. 7 minutes to go in this first period of extra time. 1-1 at St James's Park in the FA Cup 5th round. Please do keep subscribing if you're new to the channel. Bottom right-hand corner. Oh, dear. And Tino Livramento's fallen over. Welbeck now. Welbeck cuts in on his right. Plays it back to the edge of the box. Brilliant save to Dubravka. Comes back again. Burn off the line this time. And it's still going to be another shot. And it's deflected wide for a corner. Brilliant goalkeeping from Martin Dubravka, Alex.
How have we not conceded there? Yeah, fantastic from Dubravka. There is no way in hell that whatever the next game is that Dubravka isn't playing. Look, I mean, look at this.
That's an incredible save.
Commanding play.
Brilliant save. And this one, I mean, off the knee of Livramento and somehow drifts wide of the post.
I mean, Tino started the whole thing with his mistake. But Tino, to be fair to him, he's probably exhausted.
Anyway, the corner comes in. It's back to the edge of the box again. Solly March sends it in, headed away by Byrne. And another volley, this time high and wide from Hinselwood, and a goal kick to Newcastle. I mean, what a save, Alex. What a save. You know, I'm sorry, but he's in such better form than Nick Pope. That is a cracking save. Pushing it away from goal as well.
Yeah, I mean, with goalkeepers, there's less of an issue with fatigue, so I don't see there being any problem in just starting Martin Dubravka every week now, unless Nick Pope can prove he's got the old Nick Pope form back. Then Martin's playing so much better, so he has to play.
Absolutely, 100%. Tonali now for Dan Byrne. Well, we got away with one there. No doubt about it. We did. Livramento fallen over, lost the ball. And again, a poor play out from the back. And that's put us in trouble again. Livramento comes back. It's still Gomez to Welbeck. What on earth are we doing there? And now Welbeck again at the byline. Clips it across. Byrne heads it away. But sideways, Murphy picks it up and tries to dribble it away, and we lose the ball. What are we doing here? Shambolic defending at the minute. Brighton asking all the questions.
Kick out there.
Van Heck now. At the moment, we just can't get the ball off Brighton. Wilson comes back, and it's a throw to Brighton again on the far side. Worrying times as Brighton certainly look the more likely to score at the minute. Long ball played forward again, but that's good defending by Matt Target, and Dubravka gets on with it quickly with a long throw to Willock. Willock taken out. That's got to be a free kick. I mean, I think Van Heck slipped, Alex. I don't think it was anything cynical in that.
I don't care. He's been a rat all game. He deserves it.
Although, well, he went.
No, I'm sorry. That is awful. He's running like.
What did he try and do? Head the ball.
Willock. Like,
Oh, dear me.
What are you trying to head? He's gone and headed Joe Willock's knees. Like, what on earth are you doing? And he gets a round of applause for it.
I don't know
And
how
a bit
he
of
can
dissent
look
on
so
top of it.
shocked.
No, you got to book him for that nonsense. Sorry.
Aaron says it was like a spear from Roman Reigns in the wrestling. Absolutely.
Matt Target on free kicks.
Certainly is. I don't think Tonali's ever going to take a free kick for us anymore, Alex. And I've just come to that conclusion. Floated in towards the box. Burn tries to get a flick on. João Pedro heads it away. And now the edge of the box. Willock, take a touch down. And here come Brighton again with Gruder. Now Pedro spins away. Tonali and Willock working hard, but Pedro got away there. Good work, Joe Willock. Really strong there in the challenge on Pedro. And now Newcastle come away, but Bruno's pass from Murphy is asking an awful lot of him. And across comes Wifer and clears the ball for a throw for Newcastle. A couple of minutes left in the first period of extra time. 1-1 at St James's Park. Bruno now. Bruno had Livramento, didn't want to use him. Livramento looks very, very stiff at the minute, to say the least. Yeah. Willock, now Tonali. Bruno, back to Tonali on the edge of the box. Willock. Matt Target now. Tries to send the ball in, but it's blocked. Dan Burn. Target again. This time Tonali free on the left. Tonali one touch and cross. It's a great cross. And Wilson just can't get the flick on. And that's behind for a goal kick to Brighton. Much better ball in there.
I mean, Callum's happy with that because somebody's tried to get the ball to him, which is fair. We've not been able to work the opportunity. Obviously, we're a man down, a winger down. So tried with the early ball. It was creative. It just, even if Callum got to it, that's a tough ask for him to direct that goalward.
Yep. Final minute of the first half of extra time. And it is still 1-1. Long kick forward by Verbruggen. Of course, João Pedro beats Burn in the air. Gruder flicks it on for Welbeck. Welbeck, very, very skillful little player on the edge of the box, but no foul. Oh, Murphy hanging around with it again. What's he doing, man? Gruder, what a turn. Big chance for João Pedro, but good defending. Still bounces around and eventually in the arms of Martin Dubravka. But what is Murphy doing, Alex?
Yeah, that's so many times he's done that so far since he's come on. He needs to pay attention. This is the man who's played right back in a back four before for previous managers. Yeah. Dithering around with it like that. There's no excuses.
Here's Willock again. Matt Target now. Target trying to get a cross in again. Blocked again. 1 minute of additional time at the end of the first half of extra time. No. Bruno fell over there, trapped the ball in his testicles, but Brighton get away with it, and Gruder brings it away. He fancies a run against Burn, but a great tackle. Well timed by Dan Burn there. And it had to be, Alex, because if he didn't time that right, Gruder was away.
He wasn't going to win that foot race. He had to get a touch on that.
Yeah. Solly Marsh being told to get back a little bit.
Feel sorry for Dan Burn. He's made one mistake all game and it's been the goal, whereas Fabian's made 15 mistakes.
Yep. That should be the end of the first half of extra time. It is indeed. Well, this game at the moment is heading very much for penalties, Alex.
Well, I wouldn't say that just yet. I think both teams have made mistakes and are capable of messing up. We've just made a bunch of them, so we'll see what the next period of extra time brings.
Do you know what
everybody looks pretty knackered.
Do you know what it is? I think out of the two sides at the minute, Brighton look more likely.
They look more likely to score in open play, yeah.
We're giving some stupid passes away, some really silly passes away.
Should we talk about penalty takers, or is it too early?
Oh, let's not go there yet, Alex. Because you just, Christ Almighty, do we have to look at that?
I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, we've got Callum Wilson, obviously, who was a designated penalty taker. Fabian Schär is a reasonably good penalty taker
Tonali,
historically.
definitely.
I'll say
Tonali.
historically. I've never seen Tonali take a penalty, so just because he's technically gifted, I don't know. Taking penalties is a completely different kettle of fish, especially in a shootout. It's
Fabian
a different
Schär.
ball game completely. Yeah, we said Fabian Schär. So Wilson, Fabian Schär, possibly Tonali. You'd imagine Bruno would want one, but he's very 50-50 with pens. We've seen him miss some.
Yeah. I'll tell you what,
I don't really know the rest.
Who the hell knows?
I mean, Jacob's typically a good striker of the football, but again, I don't think I've ever seen him take a penalty. So I wonder if they're talking about it now, Howe and Tyndall, possibly.
Well, it's got to be in the minds at some point. It has to be in the mind at some point.
I don't want Tino anywhere near it because he looks like he can barely walk. Never mind take a penalty.
Yeah,
poor lad.
Well, Newcastle are going to get the second half of extra time underway. Is there anybody that's going to come out on top of this? We shall see very soon, folks. And we're underway. Second half of extra time. 1-1 on the Toon Review Matchday Live in this fifth round FA Cup tie. Please do keep subscribing, by the way, guys. If you're new to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. And, of course, don't forget to give us a like if you are enjoying today's commentary on the show. Livramento now. Back for Fabian Schär. Tonali, who's come very deep to receive the ball. And now Burn. Joe Willock. Looking for a way out, but doesn't get one. So it goes back to Tonali. Schär. I'm always worried when he's got the ball now. I really am. Bruno. Ian Fleming with a super chat saying Schär has got a 7.5 on channel graphics. Don't pay any attention to the... Yeah,
so there's a few people whinging about like there must be a few Mackhams in the chat. People say no progress in 3 years. Come on, bore off. We've had 3 seasons of challenging for European places and 2 cup finals compared to relegation fodder. That is considerable improvement.
Yeah, of course it is.
Just because we're not winning a game, let's not go too crazy.
Schär with a good ball down to Murphy now. Murphy spins away from Weifer and now Bruno Murphy. Inside again. Now Bruno. Men overlapping here. Tonali. Oh, tried the first time ball. Wilson was hovering. Good defending though.
Could have done with the corner there. They're bloody lucky with these deflections yet again.
Certainly are. Been lucky with them all afternoon. Tonali wanted to take a quick throw in there, but was a bit peeved that he couldn't. And eventually leaves it for Jacob Murphy to take. I don't know where Livramento is. Normally the right back takes the throws in, but here he is on the ball. Back to Murphy now. Murphy, opportunity to cross. Goes to the far left where Matt Target is waiting. Target jumps but doesn't make any connection with the ball. Chased down by Solly March. And does well to win the throw in. Solly March didn't quite agree with that. Here's Wilson now on the edge of the box. Bruno. Tonali, opportunity to shoot. And it's blocked again. And spins away for a throw into Newcastle. I think Sandro Tonali probably thought that might have been headed towards the goal, Alex.
I mean, it was worth a try. We've been trying to work the opportunity and we've been bypassing the shot. So it was about time he took that. It is what it is again. Brighton always seemingly have a man in the way.
Murphy does well. Clips it through for Willock. Willock's ball. And he tries to catch the goalkeeper out of the near post. That's going to be a corner this time. And it's Newcastle in the ascendancy at the start of this second half of extra time, Alex.
Yeah, good run from Joe Willock there. Creative. He wasn't even looking. He just tried to catch the goalkeeper out. Very, very cheeky.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Target on corners as well.
He is indeed. Burn having a right battle with Weifer there. And it comes right under the goalkeeper. Headed away. It comes to him. Tonali blocked again. Oh, wow. Goodness me. Target fancies a blast and it's actually on target. but straight down the goalkeeper's throat. I mean, why not? Why not? You never know where that might take a deflection to and fly anywhere. Unbelievable stuff. And now Brighton come away with Wifer or Weefer. I don't know how to pronounce his name, Alex. Is it Weefer? Wifer?
I mean, we'll just say both every time. At least we're covering all bases.
Weefer, Wifer, Wefer.
It's definitely not that third one.
Wefer? No, maybe it's not.
People complaining about the Matt Targett substitution. What do you want from Pete? Honestly, what do you want from Eddie? Do you want him to bring Pope on at left back? Like, calm down, honestly.
I mean, he's took Trippier off, to be fair. Trippier's legs probably wouldn't have lasted through extra time, but...
At least Matt Targett hasn't made a load of mistakes.
Matt Targett's done well.
He's not made any mistakes.
Well, done. I think he's done well.
Okay. I mean, he's had every cross blocked, but he's not made any defensive errors, or he's been fairly solid, which is what you want. So
yeah, Weefer on the ball, back to Webster, and now Van Heck. Wilson charges him down. Brighton, nicely done, and make a bit of space for themselves. Back to Webster, brings the ball into Newcastle's half. Welbeck, back to Webster. Solly March. And March on the ball now. Trying to have a run at Matt Targett and gets to the byline. He's done really well, Solly March, but there's no Brighton player there to put in the cross. And João Pedro barged over by Fabian Schär. Free kick to Brighton.
I think Fabian thinks that was a 50-50. We couldn't really tell from our angle. It looked maybe slightly behind.
Let's have a look. Yeah, he's pushed through him. It's not
behind.
A shoulder-to-shoulder, that. It's a poor challenge.
Behind. If he doesn't get booked for this, then he's I don't know. He must have bought everyone.
Well, I don't think he has been booked. Referee's just blown.
How has he not been booked?
I don't get this. The referee now seems to have lost his yellow card, Alex.
Fabian Schär's done at least 3 things this game to warrant a yellow card, and he's not got one, I don't think.
Let's see where this Tonali shot was going from this corner. Hard to tell, really. He sliced across it. Yeah. 9 minutes to go. Free kick to Brighton. And this one's coming in as well. Bet your bottom dollar it is. Newcastle playing a very high line again. Looks like Gruder's going to take this. Welbeck's over it as well, but there's some confusion from the bench. I don't know what's going on. Eventually, they take a short one. Gruder makes his way towards goal. Pulled back for Gomez. Gomez puts a cross to the far side of the penalty area. That's good defending again. Matt Targett clears away. Willock giving chase. He's almost there. Bruno comes in. Knocks Gomez to the floor. Takes a quick free kick to Willock. Willock now down the left-hand side. Does well, gets rid of Gomez, gets rid of Solly March. Brilliant run by Willock to the byline. Stops back on his right. Back to Tonali on the edge of the box. Now Murphy. There's just not enough time to get a shot away, but this is a good build-up here. Tonali leaves it for Murphy.
Oh, Tonali, you should have taken that yourself, man.
I don't know why. I don't know why he left that for Murphy, to be honest. He was in a brilliant chance. But Tonali's in again here. Pulls it back and it hits Wilson in the face. Bounces loose. Shot by Bruno is as much use as a powder puff. We've had a couple of chances there just to blast the ball at goal, and we haven't.
Everybody's still set, so keep going, keep going.
Indeed.
Show for
Tonali again. Out wide now for Jacob Murphy. Gaps are opening up. Murphy cuts onto his left, curls in his shot, blocked by Webster. Comes to Tonali. Tonali across goal and hits Rudiger, then Wilson, and bounces away. How has that not gone in? And it's still bouncing around in the penalty area. Weefer gets it away, and eventually João Pedro blasts it down the field. I have no idea how somebody has not scored in this extra time, sorry. João Pedro now for Brighton. Inside.
Can we get some players back, guys, just in case?
Gruder, a lot of space on Brighton's right-hand side here. Solly March heading towards goal. He'll play through. It's Danny Welbeck. He scores. But is he offside? Is Danny Welbeck offside? I don't think he is either. Newcastle look furious. But I think Brighton may well have just won the game.
three or
Alex,
four
that man
opportunities to put it
again,
in the
Danny
net.
Welbeck. What a wonderful finish, though, Alex. But what again? Are we just again in front of goal? For God's sake! For God's sake!
I did say when João Pedro got the ball here, can we get some players back just in case? Nobody. I mean, Matt Targett's gone central. It's not necessary.
Oh, he's miles onside, Alex. Livramento's
It's
playing him
Tino
3 foot
playing him on.
onside.
Yeah, it's over. It's done. It's over.
Yeah, brilliant
It
ball
is
by
over.
Solly Marshall. What a lovely finish from Welbeck. And Brighton are 2-1 up and may well have just sewn this game right up, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's been crap from both teams. I think it was like two people fighting with tortillas. It was nobody's ever going to get hurt, but eventually someone's going to win the game. We were crap. Brighton weren't great, but there's still time, so we'll let it play out.
Yeah. Ah, dear. I just don't think we're playing well enough, Alex, to be honest. There's something not right. Danny Welbeck again.
Well, we need to stop trying to give that final ball to Jacob Murphy all the time when Bruno and Sandro are in positions.
Why the hell why we don't take shots, Alex, I do not know. There was ample chances to hit shots there. And again, we're trying to pull the ball back when there's a shot on. I don't get it.
Brighton have given us ample opportunity to score in this last 10 minutes. We've had so many chances.
Yeah.
And we've just not taken any. It's our own fault, really.
Here's
Less than
Tonali.
5 minutes to go.
Yeah, 5 minutes left. We deserve it, to be honest. Been shit most of the game. But here's Willock. Oh, just put the ball across, man! Oh, dear me. How have Brighton got that away again? Unreal. Come on, Fabian Schär now, halfway line. Here's Murphy. Murphy cuts inside. Still Murphy. I don't know where he's going, but eventually the ball comes to Tonali. Nobody on the right-hand side now. Out to Target. Target to Willock. Bruno now. Bruno to Target. Keith Truscott says 0 cups this year. Absolute shite. Bruno still. Pedro chasing him down, but Bruno's done well to get it to Matt Target. Can Target get a ball in? No, he can't. Again, Target's tried that numerous times to get crosses in, but they've closed them down. Burn now, making a dash to the byline. Burn with a cross. It's right to the back post. Wilson is up there. Newcastle get a corner.
Fantastic cross from Dan Burn.
That was unbelievable.
Should get him on cross training for the fullbacks. We don't see that very often.
Yeah. Matt Target comes across to take the corner again for Newcastle. In it comes. Right under the goalkeeper. Good goalkeeping again. Comes to Tonali. Now Dan Burn in a lot of space. Drills a shot and it's gone wide.
Oh, Dan, mate.
Big opportunity for Dan Burn there to level it up. Lots of space as well. Lots of time to hit the shot. Pick his spot. And he's drilled it wide. Huge opportunity. I mean, he strikes it well enough, but he's just off target.
Yeah. I mean, we can't put it on the centre halves to win the game for us. The attackers have got to put the ball in the back of the net. They've had ample opportunity.
Yeah.
Burn's done well there to try and force something as a centre half.
Oh, Murphy, man. Welbeck picks him twice. He's lost the ball now, but somehow wins a free kick. I'm not sure Welbeck did anything wrong there.
Not sure he deserved that.
Very lucky to come away with that. Keep subscribing, guys. Bottom right-hand corner. Here's Matt Target now. Nicely done. And plays the ball down for Willock. Van Heck gets there, plays it off Willock, throw into Brighton.
So jammy, so jammy.
And now Willock's gone down, clutching his back.
Get up, Joe.
Not enough time for that, Joe. Get up. Oh, dear God, man. Long throw again from Brighton. Hinsselwood. Now Fabian Schär on the halfway line. Eric with a super chat saying Willock has no right to throw his arms up. He missed a header. Was shocking to watch. How better figure out current form is awful. We need Europe. Nick Thornton says, I thought Wilson was brought on. As Bruno now tries to make a run. It comes to Livramento. But Bruno says, leave it to me. We need to get a cross in here. Bruno to the byline. Bruno's cross. Burner's up there, but it's over everybody's head. Comes to Tonali on the far side. Tonali pulls it back, but there's nobody there. And that's a foul by Fabian Schär. And Brighton get a free kick. And
Yellow card, Fabian.
Somehow he doesn't get booked again.
Oh my God, that's four.
Anthony Taylor's
four
lost
yellow card challenges.
He's lost his cards, Alex. I mean, that's a shocker.
Yeah, how is that not a yellow card? I mean, it's on the absolute rat bag Van Heck, so fair enough.
Yeah, but it's a
how's
shocker.
He not got booked for that?
It's a shocker. But this form we're looking for, Alex, coming back, it's just not coming back.
Well, going into today, we've had no positives from this, and the fans are starting to leave.
Yeah, streaming out. 2 minutes of additional time, though, which we've just gone into now. Schär with a header. That's going to drop out of play. Jacob Murphy. Well, Danny Welbeck's got player of the match. I mean, he didn't come on till something like 10 minutes to go.
I think somebody like Rutter probably deserved it more.
How can you give Welbeck man of the... I know he scored the winning goal, but dear God.
Well, it's voted for by the pundits, isn't it? So
yeah. Bruno now. Willock into the box. Joe Willock finds it. Well, curls in a shot miles wide. Ron Whitfield with a super chat. Lose this and season ends here. Mid-table mediocrity and hammered in the final. Isak will be off.
Shut up. We've got a final to play. Not having that negativity. We've still got a final to play.
Yeah,
Harvey
Alex,
Barnes is a decent player when he wants to be. We'll have to wait and see.
Alex, I like you. I like your thinking. I like your positive.
No, I'm not. Yeah, but I'm. Is it a very difficult final to win? Yes, it is. But if people are going to come out and say it's 100%, then no, you're ridiculous.
It's going to be really tough, though.
It's an emotional comment.
It's going to be extremely tough. And we've got to sort our form out because we are not playing well right now. We're not playing well. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on or where this form has come from, but we are not playing well. 30 seconds left. Tonali brings it forward. Up to the halfway line now. He's got to launch this. Come on. Tonali doesn't launch it. Plays it right for Livramento. Livramento to Murphy. We've got to put the ball in the box for fuck's sake, man. Murphy, in it comes, but straight down the goalkeeper's throat. And he says, thank you very much. And that should be the end of that, Alex. And it is the end of our FA Cup run. As soon as the goalkeeper lets this go, I don't believe this.
I think Anthony Taylor's lost his whistle as well as his cards. Just blow the whistle, man.
Well, there is the full-time whistle. Newcastle United are out of the FA Cup, beaten at home by Brighton and Hove Albion by 2-1 in extra time. It's a shocker. It's not a great performance from Newcastle.
Right, Chris, you're getting timed out for that, mate. Let's keep comments like that away from this.
I don't know what was said. I didn't see it.
No, we won't go too much. Let's be nice in the chat to host, or you will just get banned. So it's simple as. If it goes derogatory, you're out. Well, worst possible case for us today with not only are we out, we're missing Anthony Gordon for the next 3 matches for violent conduct.
Yeah.
And we've had to play full extra time, so everybody's even more tired. So that was, I think, worst case scenario, really. Couldn't really have gone any worse.
We don't play for 8 days now, Alex, to be fair. You know, we're not at West Ham till a week on Monday now. So we've got 8 days off to have a rest and try and put this form, get something right, get us going somehow. Because we
it's a
just
shame.
all over the place.
Congratulations to Brighton, but I do feel I'm very frustrated because I don't think Brighton were particularly good today. I don't think they were good in the 1-0 win over us either. I think it's two games where
it doesn't matter.
really should have.
At the end of the day, we haven't done it.
No, we haven't, and it's frustrating. It's a drop ball. We've lost the potential 3 points in the league and a place in the FA Cup next round against a team. Really, I feel like Brighton again didn't have to try too much. They weren't overly clinical. They were saved by an experienced striker. But well done, Brighton. You know, they are through, and they are a growing team, and they will iron out their creases the more they play. And they've got some good players. You know, Gruda was good today. Minte, of course, got on the goal. So I can't say we really deserve to go for it.
It really does. You know, we talk about opportunities to win cups and throwing them away, and I think we've just thrown this one away today. We really have. And like I say, when you're given opportunities like this, you have to take them. A home draw, Brighton weren't particularly great, but once again, neither were we. We didn't turn up again. And I don't know what is going on. I don't know where this dive in form has gone from. The high press has gone. People look like they're running in sludge. You know, we just don't. The defending's poor. It's all over the place right now.
Well, there's apart from the two centre halves, I think Dan Burn again was a little bit unlucky. The fact that his only big mistake or only proper mistake led to the goal, because I think it was Fabian Schär who was largely at fault for a lot of things defensively today. Few slips from Tino as well, Murphy giving the ball away. But the two centre halves we know about, we need better. But the midfield, I think something does need to be said about the midfield. You've got a load of YouTubers and pundits all over the internet and television sort of theorising that our midfield is one of the strongest in the league with Bruno, Tonali and Joe Linton. I appreciate they didn't all play together today. However, if you watch our last 10 matches, they certainly don't look like one of the better midfields in the league, that's for sure, because we don't have any midfield control, and I don't think we have done. When was the last time you remember a game where we had midfield control? Southampton, maybe? It's the only one in the last quite a few. So but I appreciate we need to recruit, but the existing players that we do deem to be good enough are struggling as well. So it's concerning. It really is.
Well, I mean, look, we're now missing Gordon for the final. A strange rush to the head from Gordon. Whether we think it was soft or not, it doesn't matter. You raise your hands to somebody, you get sent off. That is the rules. And whether we appeal it or not, I don't think that gets overturned. I think they will try and appeal it, absolutely. But for me, that doesn't get overturned without Gordon for the final. I think we're now stretching the squad as far as it can possibly go. Obviously, Harvey Barnes will be, rubbing his hands together and thinking, wow, I'm in a great position to get a cup final place now. Whether he deserves it or not, we're going to be asking a lot of Harvey Barnes in the final. He needs to perform. DJ, who's been a member for 4 months, has noticed how every time we play an aggressive pressing team who can pass, we lose. Fulham twice, Bournemouth and Brighton twice. Not good enough. Nathan Williams with a super chat saying, sorry, we need a rest. Saying we needed rest is a joke and it's an easy out. Yeah, it is an easy out. And but all I'm saying is we get 8 days rest now. We get back on the training pitch and we find a fucking solution to this shit that we have to be watching at the minute. Because I don't care what anybody says. The football we are playing at the minute is absolute crap. And it has been for a good few weeks now. And we need to work it out. I like Coffee with a super chat saying more than the loss, it's the red card that upsets me. I mean, I don't know what to say, Alex, because I think we just repeat ourselves week after week at the minute with the form because we're not doing the simple things right.
Yeah, and this is why I could completely disagree about the rest. I think it's necessary because we've got players like Isak, who clearly is not 100%. That's why he came off today. He had a groin issue, but was fit for today. I think he could do with a little bit of extra rest so we can keep him going. Yeah. Joe Linton needs the time to be progressed back into the team to get full match fitness. And Botman could also benefit from having a bit of extra time so we can come back and be good for us. Lewis Hall, again, is out. Time helps in that situation, whatever might be wrong with him. So I disagree completely. I think time is of the benefit to us because we've got a small squad to be trying to play really intense football and be, it's a shame.
I'm playing devil's advocate with that, Alex, because I tend to agree with you. But you look at the other parts of this season where we've, before the season started, we all said, we'll not be playing as many games. And then this season, when we've had a week to get ready for a game, we've turned up and looked absolutely dreadful in some games.
Yeah, but again, and the counter argument to that, Paul, is none of us were expecting 0 first-team transfers in the summer window and the January window, and we've sold our rotation right winger in Miguel Almiron, and we've sold another defensive cover player in Lloyd Kelly. So we've had two players out the door, 0 first teamers in the 2 windows attached to this season. So it's all well and good. We said that at the start of the year because presumably we thought it would go a little bit differently with ins and outs, and it hasn't. So now that that's not happened, and you've got to remember that we've got so many people on the books that we're paying that cannot contribute to this team. You've got your Isaac Haydens, who obviously is out on loan, and you've got your Jamal Lewis's, your Ruddies, who doesn't play, your Gillespie's, who don't play. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7 players that are absolutely the Vlachodimos as well. You've got so many players that are nothing to do with this first team, not even Matchday squad, that are on the books. We don't have enough depth. It was negligent recruitment and financial management going into this season and prior seasons, and we need to fix it. So hopefully the summer, I mean, it's going to have to be a big summer. It really has to be a big summer.
I mean, I'm shocked. I'm just seeing their winning goal here. Livramento, what is he doing? He's looking right along the line. He's looking right along the line there, yet still doesn't think that to push out. Naive defending. Very naive again. Oh, dear. Couple of super chats. Nick Thornton says, these players want Champions League football, but are turning into championship performances. Again, we are weak mentally on the pitch and in the dugout. Peter Garthwaite says, see Eddie Howe put his waste of space mate in the form of Wilson on instead of Asula. If Eddie Howe keeps going like this, he will be gone. Jesh says our home performance has been hit and miss. Losses against West Ham, Brighton, Bournemouth, Fulham, etc. Well, yeah, nobody can disagree with that, to be honest. Alex, are you doing a podcast at some point today?
I will do one this evening about the entire situation because there's a lot to summarize.
So that is over on Patreon. Alex will do well, it sounds like it's going to be an interesting one. Patreon is an extra way you can support the channel. We do podcasts off camera. It's a very good listen, and Alex will let you know on all the socials when that will be available. I will, of course, be doing my instant reaction on YouTube, so that will be uploaded within the next hour, and I'll let everybody know when that's on. We will be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock live with the match review. That should be an interesting conversation with the player ratings as well. So don't forget, join us 7 p.m. for that. But thank you very much for watching. Not exactly the game we wanted again, but thank you for all your super chats, all your where the hell am I at here? That's it. All your super chats, all your memberships, and mods. You've done a fantastic job today. Thank you so much. Alex, thank you for your company today, and of course you guys out there, thank you for spending the afternoon with us. And unfortunately, not what we wanted again, but again, we have to move on to the next one, which is West Ham away next Monday night at the London Stadium. But I expect a lot to be done and a lot of goings on this week to try and put this dreadful form to bed and to try and put it right, because it is all over the place right now. But it finishes at St James's Park. Newcastle United 1, Brighton 2. The FA Cup dream ends again for this season. Take care.
Away the lads and lasses.
Come back and check out some green.